Work. And it's done the screens thing.
Oh no!
Where am I? Where am I?
Hi,
Oh.
welcome to this
Okay.
amazingly
This is what I'm
chaotic
gonna-
stream, which
Yeah.
I totally just didn't spend the last
This
hour
is me
making
now.
sure was working fine and then decided to do whatever it wanted to anyway. Hi, hello, we're some other heroes. We're not normally
Wait.
this chaotic. What are we talking about? We're always this chaotic. This is us. This is us in our entirety. Hello. Hi. Somebody vamped for me for a second whilst I just sort out everyone's cameras.
This is perfect. Leave it like this.
Right, okay. Oddly enough, Theo, your camera is perfect. It barely changed.
Yep.
Okay, right.
Yeah, Wayne, this is just what we're gonna have
Go.
to do. Oh no, the illusion is shattered.
There we
We
go.
need to get sock puppets.
Every
Yes.
single stream. I have no idea what's causing it either. It's all a bit weird. So, hello, lovely people. We are Some Other Heroes. We are a D&D live stream set in a world of airships, strange magic, floating islands, and general kind of slightly whimsical mystery. My name is Chris. I am your DM. I will be leading up the story, telling details of this with this wonderful group of people around me who put up with these technical shenanigans every single week.
We actively encourage the technical shenanigans. They're hilarious.
One day it will all go perfectly and we will die of shock on stream. It will happen.
Too boring.
I do feel like now we have to make it happen. It just doesn't feel right without some kind of technical gremlinishness.
It's part of the bit now, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, my pronouns are he, him. I am an illustrator, all-round geek, dungeon master, as you can see, and you can generally find me on the internet being helping people out in the TTRPG space where I can. With me are three wonderful people who will now introduce themselves, starting with... I'm going to go with Theo first today.
I never get picked first.
Do you not? I will have to rectify that.
No. I like it though, because I always forget what I have to say, so I just listen to what the person before me says, and then I'm like, yes, that's what I need to say. So now I have to actually go first. Okay. Hi, I'm Theo. I'm an illustrator, and I have the pleasure of joining these lovely people and playing Eugene, who is a pretty awkward nerd wizard. And my pronouns are they, them. Seamless.
Amazing. See,
Beautiful.
yeah, we can do this. It's
Mwah.
cool. I think we'll go Widdershins today, and we will carry on with Wayne.
Hi. Hi, everybody. I am Wayne. My pronouns are he, him. I am an art director, graphic designer, brand coach, and closet geek. And I am playing the illustriously smooth and eloquent Dragonborn Rock in today's madness and mayhem.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And last but never least, our wonderful Charlie.
Hi, I am Charlie. I use she, her pronouns. I am also an illustrator and thoroughly out of the closet geek. No closeting this nerd. And I am playing Aisling, who is a subtly Essex, very chaotic satyr.
Awesome. Theo is streaming from off normal site today, so if there are any technical glitches or anything,
that's why their usual glorious background is sadly on hiatus.
But if they drop out or anything because of internet, just bear with us. They'll jump back in as quickly as they can. We're just really pleased that they could join us for this episode.
Fingers crossed it will be okay. Yeah.
So, where were we when we last left off? In our last episode, our wonderful trio of adventurers had finally wrapped up events on the mysterious island that they had found. Having faced down an Elder Fae god known as an AL, they had chance to breathe and take in their victory. Saying goodbye to their newest friend, Skier, they spent time with the residents of the Isle they had just saved, as well as those family and friends who had come to aid them in their time of need. A conversation with Rebecca Ryder, the mayor of Clouds Kern, revealed that her intent was to help the Countess Sothis and her people on the island integrate into their new world while not interfering with what the people wanted to be or what they needed. All the while, our lovely Eugene and their new friend Gris found that they had an opportunity to explore their blossoming feelings for one another, much to Ashling's joy and Rock's chagrin.
I love how polarized our views are. Ashling's like,
Yeah.
Rock's like, for fuck's sake.
Saying farewell to their friends on the island for now, they returned to Cloud's Cairn to receive rewards and a present from Eugene's uncle Perb, the enigmatic gnomish wizard.
A present, the understatement of the year.
Returning to the city, they found that the city had also taken some minor damage from the weakening of the Sky Shield that they had experienced on the island itself, prompting the question of how much danger the people could be in and who was responsible for maintaining the shield after Ascension. They went back to the Adventurers Guild to report in to much applaud and celebration by the half of the guild who was on standby to come and support the island should they be needed. Rock managed to catch up with a friend, the human fighter Marvick, who had sustained a bit of an injury, lost an arm in a fight with an actual rock.
It wasn't me. I didn't take his arm, I swear.
But seemed to be getting on well and had just recently returned to adventuring. A visit to Uncle Perb revealed that the gift in question was actually ownership and access to Uncle Perb's magnificent mansion. A wonderful mystical demi-plane existing in Cloudskern that can only be accessed from a townhouse building that they are on Open Row in the High District. You met the two people responsible for keeping the mansion in place. Bordius, a dwarven retainer, also a bit of a carpenter, you probably would have found out in the meantime, and Kath, the ancient Sidonic golem, made from heavily crafted obsidian with amber eyes and gemstones.
So pretty.
Who is the housekeeper and cook. A very unusual position for.
What else would an obsidian golem be?
Exactly, Uncle Perb. For those who are interested. Dear.
Oh no!
I just did a Matt Mercer, didn't I? I didn't think that through.
Well. Good old Uncle Perv.
You, by magical circle, you teleported into the Citadel with the help of Uncle Perb, had a meeting with Rebecca Ryder where she gifted you not only your extended reward for the danger that you put yourself under, but some magical items and the title of Champions of Clouds Kern.
Oh, yeah.
Comes with some small benefits. Mostly it's a title of it's not a seating office title, but it is kind of these people we trust to protect our city.
Yeah, we did get a badge. That's true.
Yeah.
Did get a badge. Returning to the mansion, you had some time to yourself. And actually what we're going to do is I was originally going to pick up after Eugene came back from his visit to his family. But what we're going to do instead, we're going to abstract a little bit of time. You actually have space for yourselves now for the first time in a long while. And I'm going to ask each of you where you are in terms of your headspace what you're doing with your time, and if there's anything that you want to be looking into. And if there's anything you want to do in terms of role-playing with any of your fellow characters. And we're going to start with Aisling.
Okay. Dang.
Nothing like being put on the spot.
And haven't thought about this at all. I think she's still kind of buzzing a bit from all of it, because I mean she's always been up for adventure and exploring and stuff, but it's never really like a battle type thing. It's normally just her finding stuff. It's not normally her having to fight off stuff. So I think she's maybe a little bit ungrounded at the moment. She's still buzzing, but she's still. Am I still here?
Oh no! You did a freeze. We lost you for a second. See, we got to a little bit, and then we didn't get the little bit.
Oops. Yeah, I think she's just feeling a little bit ungrounded and weird, and not quite sure how she's supposed to be responding to this. She's just like, am I supposed to be all traumatized and sad, or am I supposed to be bouncing back? Like, what's the protocol here?
And I think that's fair. This is the first time adventuring's been fun up to this point. It's been getting into scrapes and shenanigans, and this is the first time.
Goblins and treasure.
Exactly. This is the first time that there's actually been consequences for what you've done and what you've been involved with. And I think that's fair. And do you talk to either of your friends about this? Or do you talk to Alabaster about this?
Yeah, I think maybe she might try and chat to Alabaster a bit first before she goes and talks to her pals. So, yeah.
And he's readily available, generally, unless he's distracted by things. You know what he's like. Hello, Aisling. It's nice of you to come and talk to me when it's not actually, a dire consequence thing. How are you doing?
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to ask. What I don't have a metric for how big things are. So that seems like it was a big thing. That's right?
That was huge, both physically and metaphorically.
I mean, it seemed visually very big, but yeah, I didn't really have a metric. What do you do after that kind of thing happens? What do you do?
Well, I mean, as you know, I am otherworldly, so for me, it would be a case of just moving on and creating or destroying things that are of interest to me, burying myself in my duties and my work. But for mortals,
You got a job? How long you been gone?
I'm a king, Aisling. You know this.
That's not a real job.
I'm in charge of an entire realm.
Yeah. I've only briefly seen a bit of it, and it was all dusty. You prove it.
Would you like me to summon an army of imps into Cloud's Cairn again?
Me? Yes, I would love that. Everyone else, I don't think they were keen on it.
Fair enough. But we're not here talking about me, Aisling. It is my experience that the best thing a mortal can do in these circumstances is to let other mortals know how you feel. And just let it happen naturally. You have no frame of reference, so you don't know how you feel, and that feels normal, comfortable. If it doesn't bother you, that's fine. If secretly you're harboring fear and trauma, that is also fine. How each mortal responds to seeing things like that is down to that mortal.
That all makes sense. Damn, you a therapist now?
No, I'm just very old and very powerful.
Oh, okay.
Now, Is there anything more fun we can talk about or do? I mean, I love you to pieces, Aisling. You are always going to be my favourite, but I'm not really the whole huggy-feely demon type.
No, I don't think I'm a huggy-feely satyr type, but I just wanted to check just in case I was.
You do you, Aisling, and you respond and react as you need to. And if you ever just want to blow shit up, I've given you the power to do that. And if you ever want to cry, well, I hear Eugene's quite good at cuddles, so
I bet actually both of them good at cuddles.
yes,
Eugene would be like the like tender, nice little cuddle, and Rock's like, whoa, we'll just like cover you.
yes. Well, I mean, whatever floats your boat. Well, if I can help at all again, just let me know.
Okay, thank you. I also she like takes the little box out. She's like, I kind of want to have another play with this and like think about the other bits of it as well, because we haven't really done much to do with that yet.
We've been slightly busy for the last 6 months.
Yeah, we've been a bit busy.
But yes, if you can find me more of those pieces, I can unlock more of my power, which means that you get a little bit more too.
That sounds good. How do I find the pieces?
Well, you're trapped there and I'm trapped here, so I can't exactly be certain. But I think if you spend time concentrating on the box, it will give you an indication of where you might find other pieces of it.
Ooh, concentrating on one thing is not my forte.
Give it a go. Might be fun. Might also draw, enemies to us, but I can't exactly say one way or the other.
All right, just gonna leave that one out there then.
Well, you expect me to handhold you on everything?
Yes.
You're a clever girl. Work it out.
Ugh. God. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go talk to my mates. I think I could do with that. Thank you, Alabaster. I'll chat to you soon.
Anytime, dear.
Bye. XOXO.
Just as it's sort of the connection is sort of severed, you just sort of hear a.
He got me as a vessel. Sucks to be him.
So yeah, you can find your friends. They're in the mansion.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna find Eugene. Whereabouts would I find Eugene? Where's the library?
In the library, yeah, definitely.
In the library. So the funny thing about the house is generally its layout stays fairly standard, but if you want to get somewhere quickly, you can kind of think your way there, and the corridors seem to shift and make it easier for you to move to that place.
I think Aisling hates that. I think she hates it.
Well, she can't map it.
She can't map it.
That's a good point.
I think I just found Aisling's OCD.
Yeah. I think she tries really hard not to think about where she's going to go, and every time she does, she's like, shit, damn it, God, that shouldn't be there.
But you do find yourself in the library. And has Eugene done anything to the library to make it look how Eugene might want it?
Absolutely.
How does it look now?
There are lots of plants everywhere. There's lots of he's made comfy, so those tables that are quite low to the ground, and then lots and lots of cushions around them, and just nice places to chill and have a read.
Oh,
Spend lots of time in there, basically. Coffee machine.
Nice.
I want to go there. That sounds so nice.
I think you're probably in the middle of reading a large tome on something that's definitely interesting you, and we'll get to that a little bit later when Aisling, in true Aisling style, kicks in the door.
Yep. Because she's really grumpy because all the corridors moved.
You know, you don't have to do that, right? That you just ask nicely and the doors will open.
No, right? Okay, because I love. Okay, this house is great. I love it. Thank you for letting us stay. I don't like that things move. This should be in like one place. It moves for other people,
I don't
right?
think I can. Yeah. It's a magic house. But I think that's part of the design. I'm not sure that I can stop it from doing that, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
supposed to be helpful.
Don't like it. Not one bit. Do you want a coffee? Look, there's like coffees. Do you want a coffee?
Well, I have just had a couple. Oh, yeah, okay, go on. One more won't hurt, right?
I bring over gigantic coffees. So, all of that was a bit mad, right?
All of what? Which part? Oh,
Okay.
all of it. Yeah, it was mad.
Okay, good. I think Aisling briefly had because everything's so weird. She briefly had a moment where she was like, "Did I dream all of that? Oh, good God!"
That's an understandable feeling. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So like, how are you doing? Do you like think about it, or are you just like happy carrying on?
I try not to think about it too much. Um, I yeah, I my brain can get a little carried away, so I divert it onto learning new things, I guess. But yeah, I'm trying not to think about it too much because there are a lot of things that are still troubling me about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I did
What?
almost die.
You did. You did like vault yourself off of a dragon.
Yeah, not my finest hour.
Oh, it turned
Sorry
out
about
pretty
that.
good. It turned out okay. But yeah, that was a bit. I was a bit spooky. I think try and not die in the future
Yeah.
would be good because like we quite like you and we kind of want you to like stay if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I have people banging my door down asking me to go adventuring with them.
Well,
That was meant to be a
I
compliment.
oh so not me when I kick the door down. Other people.
You know what? Never mind. So, uh, how are you doing? Are you okay? I mean, you got pretty hurt back there. Are you all right?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I think that's like the first time I've been like hurt. I've like almost fallen off stuff that could have done things
Yeah, tell me about it.
and like eaten things that made me very sick. But yeah, I think that was the first time that it was like something happened to me instead of me doing something stupid, which was a bit spooky. So yeah, I think I feel a bit weird. I think I feel a bit um not quite sure that everything's just okay and easy anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I mean, that was a pretty big thing and a pretty big deal, and we did okay. Well, like we managed through it together. So I kind of do feel a little bit like if we can do that, we can do anything,
That's true.
right?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. But can we like maybe not do something that big for a
Yeah.
while?
Let's build back up to that.
Okay,
More
this is not
like
going to be
wrapped
like
in
a.
sewers for a
It's
while.
not
That's
like
it. Yeah.
a weekly thing.
Oh no, I don't think
Killing
I
a
could deal
god.
with that.
No.
No, no.
Okay. Okay.
And
Good.
how's the your friend upstairs?
they're still pointy. Like, they're still good.
No, I mean alabaster.
Oh! Okay, sorry. I thought you meant my horns. He's...
Are horns friends?
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Skier would get it.
Truth.
Yep. Yeah, I think he's all right. We had a little chat a minute ago about how I'm feeling a bit weird. I did want to like do some more stuff with this, and she's got the box in her hand. I wanted to like maybe think about what I could start doing to find the bits to this, because it's just like unfinished, and I don't like that.
Right.
Have you ever come across
Just
Oh,
a small question. What happens when the box is fixed?
I don't know, but I really want to find out.
But like, have you asked him?
No. I don't think so.
Maybe-
He just said he would get like more powerful, and then I would get more powerful.
Did he say anything else though about like what exactly that entails?
No. Do you think that's something I should find out?
Well, maybe. I mean, it might be fine and totally legit. But also, I don't know. There might be more in it for him than for you. Does that make sense?
Oh. Oh yeah. I kind of forgot that some people do that.
Yeah, some people do. I
He
kind
is
of
a
forget
demon.
that sometimes too. Yeah, and I mean that doesn't necessarily mean that he's like a bad guy.
Well, he helped us
But
out
it seems to me
on
that
on the little island with all the imps that you guys loved so much.
And that is true, and he did help us, and that's really nice of him. And I don't want to put like a dampener on your friendship, or relationship or situation. I don't know
It's
what
just
you
a
want
friendship. He's not my type.
Right. Okay.
He's too dusty.
It does seem to me that he needs you, and that may be why he's keen to keep you alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that is, you know, the one reason, but I mean, it could be a contributing factor, just something to keep in mind, I guess.
I'll ask him. And she just immediately just like goes and asks him, Alabaster, are you keeping me alive just because you need me alive? Or do you
Sorry?
like actually? Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm saying all of this out loud, by the way, because
What do you need?
Eugene's
Sorry.
just sort of like,
like I was talking to Eugene, and it's like a good point, saying like, so, you. So like, are you like keeping me alive or like helping me out with stuff because you like think I'm great, or because you like need me?
All organic beings are social. So isn't all life just keeping each other alive because they need them? I mean, your friendship and your companionship is very precious to me. Of course I want to keep you alive.
Okay, good. But like, if we
But
do
you are
find...
also helping me get more powerful, so I can help you.
Yeah, but
That's how
once we
you do
find...
know how a pact works, yes?
Yeah, it's just buds, isn't it? But like, when I find all the bits of the box,
Yes.
do you just then... Are you just out? Or what happens?
Well, I don't know. No one's ever completed the box before.
Oh,
But it'd be
whatever.
fun finding out, won't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm really keen for, but like... So no one's ever found all the bits in the box.
No, I mean, if they had, you wouldn't have it, would you?
Who made it?
Presumably.
How was it made? It's got to have been made.
Well, the more you get, the more I remember about what happens. But I definitely know someone did this to me.
Oh. Okay.
And as soon as I figure out who, with your help, of course, maybe you and I can pay them a visit and have a bit of a conversation about consent, about shoving people in magical puzzle boxes.
Conversation. Yeah? Not gonna go squish them.
Depends on what I remember. I'm not going to lie. If they're bad and they need to be removed, I will remove them.
Remove.
Yes.
Okay.
You can write an insight check on that if you want to.
Yeah, I think she would because she's hearing the word remove and thinking something else.
So many red flags.
I know, right? This is all totally kosher, obviously.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That was a nat 20, 27 total.
Oof.
I mean, he's a demon. There are worse things than death.
So he chose the word remove. Remove what exactly? Okay, she keeps it to herself that she finds that super sus. All right, I'm gonna have to come back to you with some questions though, because I want to know more about this whole situation. Because I kind of just realised that I signed up for all this stuff because I was well excited and didn't actually find out what the plan is.
I can only promise you that I would never cause you or your friends harm.
Okay.
And I will do everything to make sure that your world remains safe with you in it.
That's pretty good. I feel like those might be the only things I'd want in a contract. I can see Eugene's face.
I know, Eugene's totally convinced face.
Eugene, of course, only listening to half of this conversation, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still going to have to work out some questions for you, but good to know that... I don't really know what it is good to know, but we'll chat later. I feel like I should give Eugene some context, because I realised that Eugene can only hear half of this, so... Ta-ra!
Bye.
Bye!
You hang up.
No, you hang up. We'll do it on 3. Ready?
Oh, I know, you didn't even do it!
You didn't either.
Oh, good Christ. Oh,
And?
I asked him. Well, he says he doesn't know what's going to happen when we get all the bits of the box, because it's never happened before, so we don't know. And said that we should find whoever put him in the box, and said remove projected some demon shit. So I have a funny feeling that there's possibilities for him wanting to do some demonic things to whoever shoved him in a box.
Right.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
I mean, if I was shoved in a box, I wouldn't be happy about it. And then if the box was like all smashed apart and I was just left floating around, having to rely on me to fix it, I don't think I would be too happy about that.
Yeah.
So I can kind of understand why he's annoyed, but I prefer to not go full hellfire on someone just yet.
Okay.
But thank you for telling me to ask him questions, or suggesting I ask him questions.
I mean,
I don't know if
I
you
don't
actually
think-
told me to.
Yeah, I don't think I did. And maybe next time, don't.
What?
Maybe next time, don't mention that it was my idea. I don't.
What? But you're the smart one. He wouldn't. He would know that it wouldn't be me that thought to do that.
Well, yeah, actually, that's a fair point.
I mean, you've never figured out how much he actually knows about what you do anyway.
Yeah, he could be
Nope.
listening all the time.
Yeah. So don't mention it was you next time.
Alabaster
Maybe
will
not,
remember
so-
that.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't want him to get the wrong idea.
Yeah, I mean, he
It's
likes-
not that I don't trust him. It's just, or that I think I don't think he is necessarily like I said. I don't think he's necessarily a bad guy. And like you said, you know, if that was me trapped in the box, I'd be pretty annoyed about it too. So I think
Right.
his feelings are completely valid and justified. I worry about what this situationship, what it like the cost it might have for you. That's all.
I mean, either of you can roll an Arcana or a nature check to kind of think what you know about demonic entities.
I would probably do nature because I don't know shit about magic.
I know some stuff about magic.
You know all the stuff about magic. I got a 13 on nature.
13. Unfortunately, because most demons live outside the material realm, it doesn't quite fall into your field of expertise beyond much as they're definitely not mortal creatures. So their behaviors are very hard to understand. What did you get, Theo?
I got a 22.
Oof. Well, I think we've sort of said this before, but Arcana. So you know one of the reasons that pacts with demons are entered into very carefully, and with fey beings as well, and some divine beings as well. They don't think like mortal beings, and their moral compass is incredibly different. So for some things that you all may find absolutely horrific might just be a Saturday afternoon bit of fun for any of them. And similarly, things that you guys do would break so many rules in their respective realms. So based on what Aisling has told you about what Alabaster has said, it seems likely he is indeed very annoyed about this whole being tied to the mortal realm, being trapped in this box and connected to Aisling. But if he has made a promise that he is not going to harm you, he probably means that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's just anxious to keep an eye on the situation. And I think he knows that Aisling is very trusting, and not quite as aware sometimes. So, yeah. I think he's just being cautious.
I think Aisling needed that. I think she needed someone to have a bit of caution because she's just like, everything's so great. I have a demon in my head.
Oh, it's really fun. Look what I can do.
Woo! Imps for everyone.
You get an imp. You get an imp.
Cool. Well, if there's nothing further, I would like to jump over to Rock, and we can always come back.
I think Eugene and Aisling Aisling hangs out with Eugene. I don't know how much Eugene wants Aisling to be there, but she's there, and she's hanging out and chatting shit for ages.
I can just see Ashley lying on the kind of on the cushions and stuff while Eugene reads, and then every now and then just going, What are you reading?
Yeah. Eugene's reading how to cast like a duplicate or something so that he could listen to Aisling and then.
Chris, what kind of time is it? Is this kind of afternoon or?
Well, we're kind of roughly abstracting what you guys are up to before Eugene goes off for a few days. So it can be it can be like early evening, shortly after you guys get back to Rebecca, get back from talking to Rebecca, or it could be the next morning or anything you want.
Yeah, I would say I would probably be doing this the evening after we got back from that and stuff. So I think Rock will disappear for a little bit under the sort of going to explore the mansion and see what's about and stuff and look around and then disappears for a little while and then he comes back and you hear a knock at the library door.
Hello?
Rock just pushes through the door. Sorry, I didn't want to disturb. I know your library can be very, very personal, and we haven't quite set boundaries in the house yet. How are you? Are you both all right? Yes.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, you're right.
No, well, no. I've just. I mean, the house is quite spectacular, isn't it? It's a little odd with the dimensional stuff, but yes, but very, very good. We should. I mean, it's very kind of you to let us be part of your grand house. But I mean, to be fair, it kind of befits us now, as we are now champions of Cloudscairn. I feel it's only right we have a place that
badges
matches our status, and yes, and our badges, yes. And Rock just sort of opens his coat and his badges there. Not on display. That would be garish, but one must have it accessible, obviously.
Are we supposed to wear them? I put mine in a box because I was afraid I'd lose it.
Oh no, you got to wear it.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's up to personal.
Anyone could see it.
Yeah, it's personal. I mean, if you want to keep it in the box, I don't think anyone's going to ask us to show it. But
Really?
I mean, well, it may come in handy if we want to, throw our weight around.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the evening is getting on a little. So in about an hour, I shall ring a bell for you to join me in the entrance hall. I've got a surprise for you.
What?
So yeah, see you in an hour. And he closes the door and leaves.
Ah! Ashling's very excited.
That was very cryptic.
What do you think it is? Can't be another house. I've already got one.
Can't be another house. Yes, I bought you another house inside this house.
Maybe it's a pet.
Oh my god.
Oh god, don't get Aisling too excited.
It's too late.
So
too late.
an hour later, you hear a bell ringing for you.
Ooh, Foley work. Ooh.
I know, right?
Now we're a D&D stream.
I never get that. So yes, the bell is rung for you.
It's the bell. Come on, let's go.
Okay, just let me. I just have to finish this one page.
No, come on. I'm like Scooby-Doo running on a rug because my hooves are like picking it up. Come on.
All right, fine. Hang on.
Just take a little one. You put it in your pocket. Take a little one. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I skid round the corner.
When you go to the entrance hall, Rock is waiting there for you. And he says, oh, yes, very good, very good. I hope I didn't disturb what you were doing. But so it's been quite an eventful, well, for us, several days, but for apparently 6 months, it appears. So it's quite a lot been going on. And, I know we've had a lot of danger and some slightly odd things, and so I thought we should all just have an evening of, just having maybe a little bit of fun and some conversation. And perhaps even I heard of this thing that we could do later. I believe it was called a slumber party. I mean, I know it won't be the same without Skier. I wonder if we could get her here in time. Anyway, I know it won't be the same without Skier, but I thought we could at least try. We could perhaps do that. But before that, I have a couple of things for us just to, to sort of liven our spirits a little and let off some steam. And so the first one is that, well, it's actually the second one, but anyway, through that door over there, I have some snacks and some food for us, which Kath has kindly helped me source. But before that, I thought we should have a little fun. Right. Wait here. I've learned some new things, and anyway. Just wait here, and so if you face the staircase and wait here,
Okay.
and he disappears down the corridor where you guys came from.
Ashling's so confused but so buzzed.
Like, so,
what's happening? I love it. Oh my god!
I've never seen Rock so excited.
Rock is going to use his new abilities, and he is first going to use. If I can find my abilities, so he is first going to use his what's it called? Performance of creation. So you guys, while you're standing there, you're facing the stairs, and the corridors run left and right. And at the top of the stairs, you see a lute appears. Literally just bing, out of nowhere.
Elbow Eugene to be like, can you see that?
Ow!
Sorry, I'm very pointy. Can you see that?
The lute? Yeah, I see it.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to use my other new skill, and I'm going to use my animating performance skill. And the lute is going to start playing a very upbeat music. And it's playing very loudly in the hallway, very kind of upbeat kind of music. And from the end of the hallway, you guys will hear a kind of like, as Rock's doing something down there. And then you hear the sound of somebody running. And as Rock comes into view running, you will notice that he has taken his boots off and he slides all the way across the hallway and just yells, "Woo!" as he slides across the hallway down into the other corridor.
What is happening?
And then there is a moment of silence, and he kind of comes out from the other way going, "Right, well, it's your turn, come on."
What?
Go on.
What? Do
Well,
what? What do we...
It's a perfectly good hallway here. You must make use of it. Take your shoes off. Come on. Ashley, you may have to put socks on to do this.
She grabs some doilies from a nearby counter or something and puts them on her hooves, and it's like, oh yeah.
Come on, no one's getting cake until they've done this. Come on.
Okay. I'm going to put the doilies down and I'm going to run at them and then jump on the doilies and surf them. Do I need to do it acrobatics or some shit?
So what I'm going to need is 2 rolls off of Wayne for Rock, and I'm going to need 1 roll each off of Eugene and Aisling. So Rock, I need you to make a performance check for me first, just for your violin.
At 19.
19. So the fiddle darts around and it is playing a very jaunty and fun tune. It's very, very well done. And then I need a dexterity check off of all of you. And you can add acrobatics if you have it, or athletics if you have that.
When it comes to my turn to run down the hallway, I would like to run part of the way and then use my new skill. We're all flexing here now. The 9 transportation, and I'm going to use that to switch places with wherever Aisling is, so that like she then like slides back down the hallway.
Oh my god.
Oh yes. Okay.
Oh my god.
My acrobatics for that, or my dexterity with acrobatics for that, was a natural 17 for a 20.
Nice, very cool. What did Aisling manage before she was interrupted?
She got an 11.
11.
Wobbly.
Just wobbly, and I think you guys hear a tumble and a thump. You don't hurt yourself, but there's definitely a kind of like probably bruised your bum a little bit.
I'm very fluffy.
Yes. Well, none of this is going to injure you guys, but yeah, you definitely have a clattery landing and kind of probably skid all the way down to the edge of the kitchen where Kath is kind of prepping a few more bits of a few snacks and things, and it just gives you a funny look as you kind of stand up.
Scramble to my feet. I'm like, oh my god, sorry, Kath, you're so beautiful. Anyway, I'm going over here.
And off you go again. Eugene, what did you manage to get on your dex save? You can have advantage because you're using your ability in a clever way.
Okay, hang on, sorry. Let's do that for a second time. 15.
15, that is more than sufficient. You kind of slide into the place next to Rock, not quite as elegantly finishing as he did, but certainly with a little bit of a flair.
You can curtsy at the end.
So while the music continues to play on the magical lute, Rock is going to kind of continue to run up and down and grab Aisling and Eugene and slide along the floor for the next sort of 10 minutes or so. And then just as suddenly we'll kind of go, right, okay, stop that now, come on, time for us to have some snacks and things.
Okay.
And I have to say, it was my idea. I mean, it was my idea. But Kath did help put this spectacular display together. When I say help, she kind of did the entire display, but it was my idea. Anyway, come on. And he's going to take you through to the dining room. And when you open the doors, in front of you is a spread of cakes and cheese and confectionery, which Rock has had Kath put together for us. And he's just going to say, also there's tea over there and there's wine over there. And apparently we can have anything else we want to. Anyway, so I just thought we should have a little celebration of our own and perhaps just have a little chat and blow off some steam, you know.
We can...
if you want to. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Why would we not want to? Come on.
But I don't know. You both look a little stunned, to be honest.
Well, I'm just a little surprised. That's all.
Well, good. It was supposed to be a surprise.
Oh my god.
That's kind of half the point. Right. Everybody sit down.
As Aisling got decision.
Yep, she's just
paralysis. Yeah, sorry, thank you.
Broken. Aisling.exe has stopped working.
Beach ball of death.
Yep.
So yes, and yes, Rock sits down and pours tea and also wine for us, and just gestures for you to sit, and he's just going to say, so dig in and enjoy, and I thought we could just have an evening of fun and relaxation.
So good. Thank you, Rock. This is so good.
Well, I thought, you know, well, we haven't really had a place, you know, that we could have something like this on our own, and yeah, so it seems we're kind of stuck. Well, not stuck, you know, but we're kind of sort of a party now, an adventure party. I mean, up until now, it had been a kind of loose thing, you know. But
Have it?
Well, I mean, we didn't have a base of operations or anything, and now people are kind of, people are looking at us as a group. I think that's quite.
Oh, you literally from day one you couldn't get rid of me, and I'm just like stuffing my face. Yeah, I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Right, you've got a little. Never mind.
What?
It's all over, dear. Don't worry.
Okay.
But yes, so that's so it's. I thought we should just chat. Also, I've never fought a god before, so that was quite a lot.
Bit nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I've asked Eugene this because I'm a bit weirded out by it. How do you feel about it?
About what?
The whole thing.
There's quite a lot in terms of the whole.
Well, there was like
thing.
it was quite violent and loud and nearly dying.
Yes, I mean, adventuring is a little like that. I mean, it is usually quite loud. There's usually a lot of fighting, or at least some fighting. That's kind of why they hire adventurers, really, because people don't want to
because
do it
you've been
themselves.
doing it forever. You're like a proper adventurer.
Yeah, well, I mean, forever is a very. I mean, I'm not that old. I mean, I am quite old. Anyway, well, to be honest, it's usually the people you're with that sort of help. And I was very fortunate that I had some very good friends who showed me the ropes, and in the case of the skyships, quite literally showed me.
Were they the
Anyway,
ones that we saw?
Yes, yes. Julie, who runs the Carnival of Curiosities, is a magnificent person and taught me many, many things. And Ali Woodjack also taught me a great deal about magic, but also adventuring. I mean, I haven't really been adventuring, that long. But I've read a lot about adventuring, and I think it's the people you're with that help you get through all the sort of scary things. So, I guess we just have to just help each other, I suppose.
Is that what you had to do with your other adventures? Like, what was this like scariest, like craziest thing you did with those guys?
Yeah, have you ever done anything like that before?
I mean, the thing with the ogress was pretty scary, but that's not exactly adventuring as a misadventure.
Yeah,
I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, I mean, I've never fought a god before, but we have fought some terrifying creatures, and yes, I have to be honest. There's never been an entire sort of island of hundreds of people and their entire existence at risk. So, so that was new. Which, to be honest, I hadn't really thought about until this morning after we'd had a decent sleep. I think I suddenly realised that the existence of an entire land mass and its inhabitants was kind of in the balance, which was probably good that I didn't think about that too much when we were there.
Yeah, I think I thought about that, and it was.
Although some of us could
spooky.
probably have done with thinking things through a little more while we were there, he says, looking pointedly at Eugene.
Same, except I'm looking like.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Don't worry about it.
Perhaps because jumping off a dragon while hundreds of feet up in the air is a particularly stupid thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Now that we know you don't die, it was very cool.
I mean, it was very brave, and I have to say it was quite spectacular in retrospect. In the moment, it was not quite so spectacular. There was a small moment of.
I
There was
told
a small
Eugene
moment
not
of panic.
to die, so we've had this discussion.
Yes, I
told
did
him
have a
not
small
to
moment
die.
of panic, and to be fair, I was quite for a moment. I was considering just letting you plummet to your death. I was, yeah. I mean,
Wait, what?
Well, I thought
Bollocks,
That will
Eugene.
teach you.
It's
But
nonsense.
I mean, we have to support each other, and we are a party. So obviously, I decided to help instead. Also, I was at that stage a little unnerved by the flying imps, which manifested from nowhere behind Ashling.
Oh, imps, imps, imps. Get rid of the imps. Bring the imps. What are these? Get rid of them. Bring them back.
You do know, Ashling, that it's not a normal thing for imps to just manifest from someone, right?
Well,
You're
it
aware of
should
this?
be, because it was really useful. And now I
I
know
mean,
I
yeah,
can
that is
do that,
true.
and I'm going to do it all the time.
I'd really rather
She
you
has
didn't.
no idea how to do it, and she doesn't want to do it all the time, but she's just saying this because Rock is not enjoying the imps.
I mean, they're a little creepy, and so anyway.
Every night, I'm going to get them out, I'm going to take them for a walk, and I'm going to bring them in the garden, and they're going to be my best friends.
I mean, what is most unusual about the imps is that most imps you've seen are reds and like oranges and things like that, kind of hellfire. These were all pale and very skinny, and kind of not malformed, that's not fair, kind of very different looking, and all whites and light greys.
Slightly creepy.
Ashling,
Eh?
is that what your imaginary friend looks like?
He's real.
Well, you know what I mean. Your friend that we can't see. I mean, to all intents and purposes, that's pretty much imaginary. But anyway, is that what he looks like? Is
I
it a
don't
he?
know.
I don't know.
Okay, Chris, can you remind me, have I ever fully seen him?
No, you've got the
No.
impression of him being there, and he doesn't seem very big, or he has seemed bigger the last couple of times that you've kind of been aware of his presence. But when you first met him, he wasn't actually any bigger than those imps you saw.
He's so little.
But last couple of times he seemed
It's a pocket demon.
bigger,
Yeah.
more stretched out, kind of gangly, almost.
Not so cute anymore.
Yeah, so I've like never actually seen him. You know, I really hope he's not imaginary. That'd be a bummer.
Well, no, I'm sure he's not. I mean,
Ashling having a Fight Club moment.
yeah.
Oh God.
We're all just figments of Ashling's imagination.
Oh God.
Yep,
Anyway, yes. Also, Eugene, it was very nice to meet your family when your parents.
They seem cool and normal.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, they seem
Yeah,
pleasant
I
enough.
also wouldn't go that far. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
See,
normal-ish, I guess.
for world-renowned heroes, perhaps.
Yeah, they're famous, isn't they?
Well, yeah, my dad is.
Also, is Eugene now? He's got a badge and everything.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
Rock,
don't really want to be famous.
you would know that you hadn't put two and two together, but Eugene's mum is quite well known as well. Not as well known as his father, but before the two of them got together, she had a name and a reputation of her own.
In which case, Rock says to Eugene, I mean, to be fair, I've always had far more admiration for your mother and her skill, but your father's all right as well, I suppose. I mean, he's a bit showy for my liking, to be honest. There's all the kind of gold armor and all the blood parading around, and it's all.
Yeah,
showy.
I didn't know about any of that. I thought you were cooler, Eugene.
Well, yes, and I think the quiet bravery of those people who don't need to show off is far more impressive. So yes, I think. But I mean, he seems like a nice man. I mean, for an adventure.
I think a lot of his bravado, if you will, and showing off, it comes from. I think he does that to make other people feel safe. Well, I know he particularly did that at where we live. Like there was always a big show and a big party and a big scene, when he would come home, and he would always be like the center of the party and always with a huge smile on his face. Like he never let his concerns show. Like I think he just wanted everyone to feel safe in the knowledge that he was ready to protect them.
Well, that's quite nice, I suppose, right?
Well, it is. I mean, I can see why he would do that, but it does sometimes then make people feel that there is a sort of unrealistic standard which they have to live up to. I mean, if someone is sort of more than human and infallible, while it does make you feel safe, I guess, to know they're in your corner, it does also make you feel like, you're never going to be like that. I mean, the expectations of, quite frankly, the expectations of parents sometimes weigh very heavily on their children. And yes, but like I say, I mean, he seems perfectly nice. I'm glad he got to see you in action, so to speak. I won't
Can
talk
I
about
roll
the
an
jumping for the dragon again.
insight check? Can I roll an insight check to see if, like, Rock is... Does it seem like Rock is talking from experience when he says, like, overbearing parents?
Roll me an insight check, and I think this is Rock is unintentionally talking this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this against Rock's passive. So if you could, whether you want to deceive or persuade is entirely up to you, Wayne. But if you could add your persuasion or deception skill to 10, and that's the target number Eugene needs to beat.
Okay. It's a 20.
Ooh.
I rolled a 20.
Meets as beats.
Meets as beats.
It was definitely persuasion, because there was no intentional deception or anything like that whatsoever. But yes, I mean, you get the feeling that his comment was not only about you and your expectations. Yeah. It was a general reference, but clearly had more behind it than just you.
Projection. D&D is all projection.
And I think with a little bit of insight, like I think a lot of things that Rock has said to Eugene and the way he's behaved under certain circumstances kind of start to make a little bit more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he would then sort of reflect on the interaction between Rock and his father, because I think at the time Eugene just thought Rock was being Rock and sticking up for Eugene, but now I think he probably sees that there was more to that.
Anyway, enough about that.
Sorry.
Yes. Should we talk about that strange the boy, what's his name, the skinny one? What was his name? I can't remember. What was his name?
We don't have to talk about that.
Gary,
you know his name,
Graham.
Rock. You know his name.
I know it starts with a G, but there was a lot going on.
I throw a biscuit at Rock. You know his name.
Do not throw things at me. It's certainly not food. You will regret that. What was it? Gristle? Gristle? But I can't remember. Look, there was a lot happening, and we met a lot of people. So anyway,
is Gristle his full name?
Oh
no, no.
Gristle P. Tiefling here at your service.
But you can just call me Gris. Yes, so I mean, I know we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but you seem to be quite friendly with.
I was really cute. I was really cute.
What was really cute?
Everyone loved it.
What everyone loved what?
Was I the only one that spotted that?
What are you talking? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Ashley? I beg your pardon. You did what?
It's Rock going
Again,
into, like,
we really
parent
don't
mode.
have to talk about it. I feel a little uncomfortable.
Well, you're not the only one. I mean, well, goodness. I mean, you just met the boy, for God's sake.
It's been 6 months, apparently.
Well, it's been days. I mean, is this usual for you to encounter someone and be smooching them, as Aisling says, within days of meeting them?
I didn't see what happened with Rock, did I? But Aisling did.
She did, yes. I don't know if Aisling would have said anything to Eugene, but Aisling certainly saw it, and so did Skia.
Yeah, Aisling didn't say anything. She just sort of squealed. Gristle and Eugene sitting in a tree.
Not going to come to my rescue.
I'm going to get some more wine. And I'm just going to get up and get another bottle of wine.
I mean, I do have a question, actually. I know I just said I don't want to talk about this, but why do you hate him so much?
Who?
Gristle!
What? Who said I hate him?
Well, you're always doing that thing where you forget what his name is, and you say quite derogatory things about him, and it's.
I've never said derogatory things about him. I mean, he is a little forgettable. You have to be honest. I mean, you know.
For real, Rock. Have you seen his face? He's beautiful.
Well, yes. I mean, it looks particularly
not as
amusing with the little moustache on it. It's quite. But anyway.
Not as beautiful.
Yeah, I mean that thing too. Like you're always drawing on his face, and.
I know it's quite funny, isn't it? No? Okay, just me then. Well, no, I don't dislike the boy. I hardly know him. I mean, I would have to know him better to make any kind of decision at all. I certainly wouldn't go jumping in to smooch him after days. But I mean, he seems perfectly fine. I just
sort of know him. He helped us. He fought alongside us.
Magic Rock?
He tried to help.
What did you call
Yeah,
me?
and he came when I asked him to come help us.
Well, yes, so did 500 other people. And look, I just think, I obviously just think perhaps maybe you could, I don't know. I mean, you can probably just. I just think you should, you could do better. You could just, you should just. I mean, you deserve someone that's. To your standing, I think. Yes, anyway.
What does that mean?
Can I insight check to be doubly sure he's being super protective?
Again, please, yes.
Everybody
I feel like this is an active role from Rock, though, this time.
Except, oh no, it's actually all right. I forget that I have a +7, so it's 14.
40.
Okay, you came nowhere near what I rolled. I rolled a 28.
Bitch.
So yes, I mean, Rock is just very obviously, quite eloquently, being protective and has no real reason to mislead or anything.
I'm just going to throw another biscuit at him.
Actually, if you throw another biscuit, I would swear to God, I would.
Reaches for a cake.
Yes. I'm watching you now. Yes, I mean, he seems perfectly fine. I just think you should, well, you deserve somebody. Well, I suppose if you like him, he's fine.
He's all smart and all pretty and all like tall and
Look,
lovely.
hey, guys,
all right.
We're not getting married. We just kiss.
Well, no one mentioned marriage, dear gods. Look, let's change the subject. This is making me very uncomfortable. Anyway.
You're the one who wanted to talk about him.
Well, yes, but I didn't think we were going to talk about marriage, for goodness sake. I don't want to talk about you getting married. And
we're not getting married.
well, I'm glad, but neither of us had mentioned marriage. You brought it up. I mean,
All right, talking about marriage, tell us about your wife.
also, by the way, he's not moving in here.
Oh no, I don't think I'm not.
What?
I'm
Whose wife? What are you talking about?
Your wife, the Julie.
So
She's your wife,
well,
right?
she is kind of my wife, but she's
Kind of.
well, she's not actually my wife, but we travelled together for a long time, and we were.
I don't know that there's much grey area between not wife and wife.
Well, you see, that's the thing, is as you travel and become a little more worldly, you'll discover that there is, in fact, many areas of grey, many areas of grey between those two. But we're not actually married. We just travelled as a couple for quite some time, and so many people just assumed we were married, and we were inseparable, and we do argue like we were married quite a lot, so that would probably explain some of it.
Oh, okay.
She's a very, very, very skilled fighter, and she's very impressive managing the Carnival of Curiosities also. And she's also quite funny.
Stories.
And she could also drink you under the table. In fact, she could drink all of us under the table collectively.
Yeah, I don't actually doubt that. I'm a massive lightweight.
All right, so the analogy's a little lost on this group, but you get my point.
Like skinny Eugene and lightweight Ashling, just like, yeah, obviously.
What kind of drink are we talking about? I think I could drink more tea than she could. Is that what you mean?
That's not... Yes, you probably could. Well done.
You love us really, Rock. I throw another biscuit.
Rock is going to reach for the nearest confectionery that has any icing on it and throw it at Ashling. Like as soon as that last biscuit gets close to Rock, he is going to reach out as quick as possible and fling it back at her so she cannot resist.
All right. Well, this is actually this is an active attack. So Rock, make a attack roll for me, please.
No.
Just adding your dexterity.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke your cake.
Eugene's going to use his reaction to cast shield, please.
That was an unnatural 20 to hit.
Ah! That hits.
Yeah, that will hit. You are caked. Cake does not do damage because it's...
What, no custard damage?
Frosting damage.
What if it was like a dense fruitcake? Then I think I'd be
No, but it had icing on purpose. Yeah. So it was more about the mess than the damage. I did warn you. That was the third biscuit. I warned you. I did warn you.
It's just a biscuit.
Eugene, you heard me warn him.
I mean,
Eugene!
He did say that.
Yeah. See? Anyway,
I'm scanning the table for what I can reach for next when I feel like it.
Rock is going to slowly start moving things this way away from Ashling. So, Ashling, have you decided what the room should look like? Your room here, because I believe we can customize it.
Less cake on it.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't start fights you can't win then.
I don't know what I want mine to look like. I haven't really thought about it. I mean, I like Eugene's library. I like all your plants.
Well, I can fill your room with plants.
Can I have a hammock?
Yes. And he's going to get out his notebook and start writing. Okay, so we want plants.
Yeah.
Hammock.
And can I have a frog?
I'm sorry, what?
Can I have a frog?
Just like a free range frog, or like in a tank situation?
He's
What
got to
kind
have a
of
little.
frog?
He's got to have like a pond. He doesn't even have to be real. It could be a pretend one. But I just think that would be really sweet.
Wait, do you want a pond
Okay.
in your room?
Yeah, Eugene said there was no limits.
Pond.
Fair enough. He did indeed say that.
Any creatures that you would create would be manifested versions of Unseen Servant, but they wouldn't
Yeah,
have
like
any sort of.
illusion.
Yeah,
I'm okay
baked
with having a tiny frog servant.
And what kind of temperature do you like?
Quite.
Like, do you like it to be like balmy, or like, do you like the window open when you sleep? I like to have a window open when I sleep.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, window open and like quite warm. But not too
Wait,
warm because
window
I'm quite fluffy.
open. Right. Okay, this is getting kind of contradictory here, actually.
That's not like Ashley.
No, I'm logical and make sense all times.
Okay, well, yeah, that's a good start. If
Oh,
you
that's
think
so
of anything
cool.
else, just
Thank you.
Just
I
let
might
me know.
need a few spare pillows because I tend to stab them.
Actually, that's a
Maybe I
good point.
can
I've never
make
thought about that.
maybe I
Yeah,
can make a
now that they're
pillow
bigger, I've got no spatial awareness with them, so I'm knocking them on shit.
That we had
maybe we
noticed,
could
yes.
make some sort of like unbreakable pillow which like repairs itself.
If you could give me a frog and an unbreakable pillow, I will love you forever.
I mean, I'm not going to make promises, but
I believe in
I'll
you.
do my best. I mean, I can definitely get you a frog. That's
Yes, yes.
what kind of frog? Any?
A big orange one,
Right. Okay.
like that.
Orange.
And that's all she's doing. She's not giving you any other information but a vague orb shape and a colour.
Okay. Good to know.
What are you going to call the frog?
Oh,
Well, you don't know until you've met him, surely.
thank you. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their personality is going to be like. You can't just name a frog, Rock.
Well, they certainly can't name
Don't
the frog
call him
Rock.
Rock. No, that will get confusing.
You could
No.
call him Frock, but that would be a different thing entirely. Anyway, but yes, you should probably think about the name because you can't call it without a name, and you can't call it Frog because that would just be. Oh God, you're going
Okay.
to call it Frog, aren't you?
Now all I can think about is frog.
Yep, I knew that.
Well, you don't have to decide right now. You can. This is going to take me a few days to calibrate.
Good. It's going to take me a few weeks to name it, so.
That's fine too.
Rock,
have you had any thoughts?
What kind of frog are you going to have? I need room.
Yes, there will be no frogs in my room. Thank you, Eugene.
Rubbish.
No
Rubbish.
frogs. Got it.
No frogs. Well, I don't know really. I haven't really thought about it very much. Well, I mean, I think a fireplace would be nice. Somewhere that I can sit and play some music in the evenings and a very big, very comfortable bed. Big bed. And I'd like when the ceiling. I think I would like to be painted or even magic into a night sky. I think that would be
Oh, yeah.
Pretty.
That would be nice. Yeah, but I think that's about it. That's all I've thought of so far. I mean, I'm sure I'll have some ideas.
Not even a little frog?
No frogs.
What kind of room doesn't have a frog?
A normal room, Ashling.
Rock's room, apparently.
Boring.
Amazing.
Anyway. Right, more wine.
I think three of you kind of consume and drink and chat and kind of probably commiserate and celebrate what's happened to you.
I think Ashlyn gets a little bit pissed.
Fair. Until you decide to retire to one of the many rooms for the rest of your evening. You settle down and have a long rest for those of you that have used your abilities today.
Such
were very
beautiful
well
ways
used.
They were used. They were used so
Best
beautifully.
use of those. And I feel like that's a really nice, comfortable place for us to take our break as well. So we'll be back in about 22:05 for the second half of our very chilled rest and relaxation episode. And what we'll do is we'll jump forward a little bit and we'll pick up after Eugene returns from seeing his family. So yes, go and grab a drink, stretch, use the facilities, and we will see you back in about 14 minutes. Bye. Hello. How are you all doing out there? I hope you all grabbed a drink and something to moved around, stretched, everything along those lines. Before the break, we had a very nice chilled one with our adventurers the night of their. Sorry, 1 second. Getting a bit of echo back. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I was getting
yeah.
a wee bit of echo from you.
Yeah, so before the break, our heroes had a much needed rest and relaxation in their new mansion, just exchanging some stories, commiserating each other, supporting each other, and just coming back from there. Very strange and dangerous experience. I think it's quite nice because I don't think heroes in these stories ever get time to sit down and talk about the potential trauma of some of the world-shaking events that they see. So it was quite nice from my perspective as a DM to see you guys do that as well.
I think that's why Aisling wanted to do it, because she's seen and heard of so many adventurers, but she's never seen or heard what happens afterwards.
Yeah, and I think those stories are not always told. So I think those are just as important. But it has been a week since that particular conversation. A couple of days go past. It's been very quiet, particularly for Aisling and Rock, who have pretty much been left to their own devices as Eugene has had to pop home for a few days to see his family.
Rock's been babysitting.
Rock has been using the magically moving sort of dimensions of the mansion to literally avoid Aisling.
Oh.
How rude! The night before you roughly think that Eugene is back, you actually get a message from Eugene's mum, just saying, we popped Eugene onto the dancing elf, which is due back in Cloudskern tomorrow morning. If you wanted to go and meet him at all, I hope you're both well.
Aisling, quick, tidy up.
Oh God!
It's one of the things you're finding.
State.
Well, that's the thing. I think you guys may have actively even tried to make it a state, but between Kath and the mansion's actual properties, it does seem to repair itself and clean up after itself a lot.
Oh yeah, as soon as Rock realized that might be happening, he's definitely going to test it.
Yep.
We'll see
just
how
like-
far we can push it.
Just little things, like just sort of like drop a sort of tilt a glass of red wine and just leave it lying on its side on a table or something and just see what happens.
Or wait till Aisling comes around the corner and knocks it over, you mean?
Well, yeah.
Ashley's got cat tendencies. I'm just going to knock that over. I think Ashley's going to make a sign saying "Welcome back, Eugene" as well, like a big banner.
Amazing.
Rock's just like that. For God's sake, he's only been gone a couple of days. What are you doing?
How many O's does Eugene have in it?
What? None.
Really? It's not
No.
YOOGENE.
No, you were right. I'm mistaken. That's correct.
So here's a question for you both. Do you make it with materials in the mansion, or do you go outside to get things?
I don't know. Ashling's making it.
Oh my God. I don't know. I think it's just stuff she found inside, because I think she's going to want to go shopping when Eugene gets back.
Okay.
So they can go
Right.
together.
You put it in my bag and we can unfurl it when we get there.
Okay.
So it's relatively early in the morning, but the city's just starting to wake up, and it's that wonderful time before it gets busy with lots of people that everyone's kind of still quite chilled. It's getting on. Well, I mean, you guys have lost a bit of time, but it is getting on for early autumn now, and the air is starting to get a little crisper, but it's still warming up in the sun quite nicely. You make your way down until you see the docks. and you wait for probably only about 30 minutes before you see a small, quite ship, like boat-like sky ship with just like a very heavy rudder and sails out the top that kind of create like a canopy. And this is the dancing elf, which is not the fastest ship you've ever seen, and she trundles in at her own speed and settles down. And there, at the stern, waiting to come down, is Eugene, who looks like they have been bundled with every single piece of clothing and book and baked goods that you could possibly imagine.
Eugene is like laden with like lots of bags and a scarf.
But Aisling, I'm sure, did Eugene not leave with just 2 bags?
I think so.
So
hold it up more. I'm getting Rob to hold one half of the banner.
So you reach in to get the banner, and it's not there.
Oh!
What happened in the house stays in the house.
No! Damn it.
And much to your dismay, I think you can tell from Rock's face that he knew that too.
The betrayal. The betrayal.
And Rock's just like, you didn't make it from things that you found in the house, did you?
Yeah.
I'm imagining like glitter and like macaroni pieces.
Yep.
And like way too much like glue.
Yeah.
And now, dear listener, you will know why Rock was glad that it disappeared.
Yeah,
it was very sticky.
Anyway, I will just sort of prod Aisling and say, don't be disappointed. Just wave a lot and make sure you call their name as they come and go.
I made a banner.
I know, and we'll tell Eugene all about it, but just make sure that Eugene sees us waiting for them.
Okay.
I think he's coming down the walkway, like struggling.
Oh no. I'll go up and try and help the second you're like off the walkway. Give us.
Oh, you guys, you came to meet me. That's
But yes, of course we came to meet you. What is it? What's all this?
Don't ask. My mum, she wouldn't let me leave until I had like the entire contents of the kitchen. I don't know. I kept telling her I didn't need anything, but she
like
just
what?
kept doing that mum thing where she was like, well, you know, just in case, like, me and your father, we're not going to eat it. So you might as well take it with you. And
Oh God!
My mum literally IRL. My human mum does that every time.
I think.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
Hi, mum. Thank you for all the thousands of biscuits you've given me.
Yeah, Theo has just come from their real life mum, and let me tell you, before we left the house, myself and my sister, my mum definitely like.
We're never going to eat these.
What if you get hungry on the 3-hour drive home?
I mean, it's a fair point. Anyway, sorry.
Yes.
So I'm assuming
she wouldn't let me leave unless I took all this stuff, so I figured it was, the path of least resistance or whatever they say.
There's so much stuff.
There's no point in arguing with mothers.
Oh, I made you a banner, but Rock says because I made it out of stuff that was in the house, it's just like didn't. I made you a very cool banner. It was very sparkly, and I spelt your name completely right.
It was very sparkly.
Well, I can see it when we get home, right?
Can you?
Yeah, I'll still be there.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Well,
You can't. Yeah, the things that exist in the house. It's kind of complicated, but basically, the things that exist inside the house, they only exist inside the house.
I think Aisling had a very, very brief looping thought. Didn't last long, but it was, but we were inside the house. And then she was like, no, I'm here right now. It's fine.
I feel like we're learning so much about
It was just a very quick loop, and then she was background.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, right. Should we get you your stuff? Well, I guess home first, because unless you're planning on lugging that round all day.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, Eugene, we're gonna go shopping.
But
We're going
just-
shopping?
we're-
Yeah.
I just thought we should pop into the magic shop and see perhaps there's some potions and things. That's all. We're not going shopping, Aisling.
I am.
I'm not trying things on today.
We got paid loads of money. We're trying things on.
I mean, technically, Rock doesn't need to anymore.
No?
You start making your way back through the city, chatting amongst yourselves. I will have all of you make a perception check for me, please.
So you're going to say strength for all this luggage.
I mean, if Eugene
wow.
carries it for more than an hour, they will get exhausted.
Ah!
I got a 19.
A 19,
Oh,
I got 15.
15.
I got a 12.
Everyone but Aisling here, as you kind of pass this alley near the docks, as you're kind of exiting the docks, you hear a elderly voice. Help! Help me! I've fallen down and I can't get up. Please, anybody?
Did you hear that? We have to help.
Yes, I did. I think it was coming from down there. Should we just have a look? I mean, it's on. It's just there.
I'm
Let's have a look.
still walking towards
Aisling!
you. You're next to me. I think you're
Aisling!
still next to me. And then there was what? Oh, why have we stopped?
Somebody's calling for help. We're just going to see if they're all right.
We have to save them because we're adventurers now.
Look, I just
We
think they
have
fell
badges.
down. It's not. Yeah. All right. Fine.
I'm going to have a
badges.
look down the
We
alleyway.
have a
Do I
duty.
see anything?
You can't, but the alleyway comes back on itself, and it sounds like they're further back.
Right. Well, let's. All right. You wait here with, I guess, with all your things. I'll have a quick look.
Be careful. I'm
yeah.
suspicious of
And I'll wander-
alleyways.
Very well. I'll be careful. And I will try and wander down a little bit further so that I can see round the curve of the alley.
There does seem to be a leg sticking out from beneath some sacking and things.
Hope it's attached to something.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there a person attached to the leg?
Can't tell. You would need to move in closer.
What'd you see?
Before I move in closer, I am just going to shout towards it and just say, are you all right over there?
The leg moves a little bit. He goes, I've hurt my hip. I can't get up.
I know that feeling. Right. I'm just going to yell back at Eugene and Aisling and say, somebody's fallen and apparently hurt their hip. I'm just going to help them up.
Do you want
Maybe
our
you
hands?
should go. Maybe you should go too, Aisling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too and catch up with him.
Okay, so you catch up with Rock, and the two of you go around the corner to where this leg is, and Aisling, you have seen the thing that you find there before. Sitting on a body of someone who has clearly passed away, sadly, on the streets, is a red, impish creature with a big, broad green and bright blue eyes and crooked horns. And as soon as it sees you, it cackles at you. See, you thought you'd seen the last of me. I will have my revenge. And it has two little black orbs in its hand, which it smashes onto the ground. Dust starts to pour all around you as two taller creatures in armor appear. And these things don't look right. And I think, Eugene, you can see them as well from where you're standing. They are about 6.5 foot tall, long and gangly, but they're all square at the shoulders with long fingers gripping halberds. their heads are too small for their bodies and
Ugh.
very sunken low and have childlike cherub faces.
Absolutely
which
not.
peel back into little sort of dead blank expressions.
Do
Nope.
I know what these things are?
You can make me an Arcana check.
I'm going to make you a runaway check.
Goodbye, Ashley.
Bye! Yeet.
26.
A 26.
Wow.
You have not seen these before, but you've read about them. They are Merigon. They are demonic entities who are hired
I didn't do it.
as bodyguards and other things by fiends and extra-dimensional creatures. They are considered highly dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, goody. Is the other creature still there?
It's flitted up to a raised area and is just cackling at the pair of you.
Well, I'm just going to look at Ashling and say, who the hell is that?
I didn't do it!
But they clearly know you.
You do remember this thing. You killed this thing. Ashling. You and Orihim.
When?
You and Orihim killed this thing on the boat on your way to Cloud's Curtain. This is one of the reasons your ship had to take repairs, which is why Eugene could take it to Cloud's Curtain with you.
Forgot about that.
That's right. It was a long time ago.
6 months, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rock, I killed that.
Well, you didn't do a very good job, did you?
Bloody did!
Well, you didn't. It's right there.
I
Also, what the hell are these creepy things? Dear God.
don't
These
know,
two, these two creatures are blocking either end of the alley, and you can hear in your minds as they finish manifesting. We have heard the call, and we accept the contract. We shall kill the holder of the puzzle box and take it for your master, as requested.
Do I
we hear that
this
as well?
too?
You all hear that.
Okay. Eugene drops his bags and is running down you.
No, don't drop the cookies.
I will have initiative off of everybody,
Oh, I
please.
just wanted to go shopping.
No, God.
Oh,
Magic shop.
If you guys aren't already in there, pop into Roll20 if you can, please. I will just...
As usual, I forgot to actually press launch game.
Oh, 20.
Bear with me 1 second, guys. I just need to
Oh, no.
update something on the stream, which when we had our problems earlier, I didn't get to fix. So
Now it's your turn, Theo. Oh no! Now I'm little.
dear. Right, cool. Oh dear, this old thing again.
I'm like over the horizon. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I am but a small adventurer.
Where am I?
Yes, I think I might be sending them a video grab of all this and going, guys,
You biffed it.
the fuck?
You biffed
Come
it.
on.
Pardon my language. What's going on? You were supposed to be better.
I know.
I rooted for you.
The two of you look like
all
peeping Toms peeping through a window.
Ooh, what's going on?
All rooting for you. Okay, right. The magic appears now.
Yes.
Does it?
Look at that.
Cool. So I'm just going to move Eugene. So Ashling and Rock, you two are here. Can I have initiative rolls off of you, please?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, was that really a 6 from Ashling?
Yes, it was.
Ooh, no.
No, it's from me.
I got a 6 as well.
Oh.
Oh, no. I think you guys are both caught a little flat-footed by the weirdness of this whole situation.
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so.
I do not
I
like
rolled-
these small baby
I
face
actually
things.
rolled high for initiative for once, and I rolled 18.
18. Awesome.
Kill them all.
Yeah, hate him. Hate him, hate him, hate him.
I'll try.
So the cackler, the red cackler, will go first.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's the little guy up there.
It is, yeah. And he, looking down on you, will hop forward ever so slightly. And sorry, bear with me. He will point at Rock. This little situation's funny. Funny for me. Shame about you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh boy. Oh, that would be a 4.
Oh no.
I swear to God,
Rock.
I am never using the digital dice.
I mean, I don't make you, so please do not feel you are obliged to.
Oh no, I usually use my lovely dice, but I thought I would try it this time, and it's not going well. Anyway, yes.
I would like, so you suddenly a rolling laughter starts building up in your chest and your throat, and you start belly laughing uncontrollably, curling up on the floor. You are prone, and you're presently incapacitated, as the effects of Tasha's hideous laughter.
Just wanted to go shopping.
And he will flit over to here. Up a little further, please. Still cackling as he goes. Next is the Meragon. I'm just going to pop this over here. One of them will walk up to Rock and takes this huge halberd and will make 2 attacks. It does so at advantage because you are presently prone and incapacitated.
Oh,
So the first one's a 24 to hit, and the second is a 16.
Yeah, both hit.
Okie dokie. You're watching horror as one of these things skitters up to Rock and stabs him twice with its halberd, doing a total of 12, 17 piercing damage.
Ouch.
bloody hell.
The second one charges up to Aisling and is going to take 2 attacks at you. He does not get advantage. First one is definitely going to miss because I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Second one is also going to miss because I rolled exactly the same number. So
Good.
It's kind of... It kind of looks like it hasn't finished manifesting as it kind of comes up. Its movements are ever so slightly awkward and slower than it anticipates, and you can just jump out the way. Eugene, it is your go.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Aisling, you are next.
Eugene will cast Summon Shadow Spawn.
Amazing.
Yeah, love your Shadow Spawn.
A familiar-looking creature appears. What form is it taking this time?
I think we'll go with Fury again, and I will manifest it behind the one that just attacked Rock.
Awesome. Can you drag it from your tokens, or do you want me to do it for you?
I don't know if I can. If you could do it, that would be great.
Awesome.
The Shadow Spawn is so cool.
And sorry, it was Rage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And whereabouts would you like it?
Just behind the one. So on the other square behind the one that's by Rock.
That one?
Yeah. Yeah.
One there, cool. Let me just make sure that is set up for you.
Oh boy.
You got this. I believe in you all. Boop.
Yeah, it'd be a bit of a bummer if we kill God and then die with these guys.
Although it would be peak D&D.
Cool.
That's true.
You should be able to control that now, Theo.
Yeah, I can move it. Cool.
Awesome. So,
So that will be my turn, and then on the Shadow's turn, he will use, what is it called? Dreadful Scream.
ooh, nice.
That's
Tell me
good.
how that works.
I'm going to do it anyway. So every creature within 30 feet must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or be frightened.
Or be frightened. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You will hit Aisling, Rock, and both the Merrigan.
So what was it? Wisdom?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry, I just need to do this. The DC
okay.
is
No, it's fine.
15.
DC is 15.
Where is my character sheet?
I got 20,
First one
so
rolls.
Oof.
Cool. What did you get, Wayne?
I got a 15 on the dot.
15. So one of the Merrigan rolled a natural 20 and the other one got 15 on the dot.
Oh,
So everyone resists,
God damn.
fortunately.
All right.
It's a good idea, though.
Very good idea and good use. Cool. Is there anything else that you or the Shadow Spirit can do?
I think he only has one action. So yeah, that's us done.
Okie dokie. Aisling.
Can you cast 2 spells if one is a bonus action? I can't remember.
You
If it's a
can,
cantrip.
and if one of them is a cantrip.
Okay, all right. In that case, can I use my bonus action first to hex the one in front of me?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I forgot to move. Can I just move myself?
Of course you can. Yeah, that's no worries.
Little closer.
Hex is skull and crossbones.
Nice. In that case, I might just have to blast, even though it's point blank, so it'll be disadvantage, won't it?
It will be at disadvantage because you are point blank. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was going to use Burning Hands, but that's a full spell, so.
Okay. Yeah, you can't cast both Hex and Burning Hands in the same go. No.
Nah, just thought I'd check. Okay, no.
That's fine.
No, it's not going to hit. No, that was a 9 to hit, so.
Fair enough. You
Never
kind of,
mind.
as you kind of expect, and you're kind of getting used to trying to do this a couple of times. Being in close range like this, just can't quite get.
Can't extend dramatically enough.
No, it kind of doesn't quite work. Cool. So it's your bonus action and your action. You can move, but doing so will, if you leave its area of attack, it will attack you.
No, I think I'll stay put. I will just say that they have disadvantage on, I think, strength ability checks.
Strength ability checks.
Yeah.
So things like athletics and the like. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Rock, would you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oops. That's a 7.
No, you are still under the effects of Tasha's spell at this point.
The spell sucks.
If you're caught in
If it
it's
hits.
really not fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Although you couldn't tell that it wasn't fun by the way that I laughed.
I'm thinking like you're trying to crawl back your sanity, and you know this is not a funny situation, but every single humorous anecdote and moment you've ever seen particularly if it's one of those cruel moments that you're even slightly ashamed of, that you've laughed at people who've hurt themselves and the like.
Maybe when you threw a cake at someone who didn't deserve it.
Oh no, I think my humor in this situation, what I'm doing is I'm trying to shrug this off, and then every time that I look up and look at one of their weird little cherub faces in the middle of their head, I just collapse laughing again and fall on the floor.
Amazing. Cool. Seeing the situation as it is, the cackler will leap off of its perch, fly down to here, and it whips out its tail like a chain and tries to strike Aisling, who he's got a personal vendetta with.
Yeah. Why is it beefing? I only killed it.
15 to hit?
Nope.
Nope. Oh,
No,
she a tough girl now.
Yeah.
Awesome, and that is his go. He kind of curses in Infernal under his breath.
And I curse in Sylvan under my breath. Not even under, over, loudly.
This Meragon will split its attacks. It will take one attack at the creature that's trying to flank it from behind, and one at the prone creature it needs to eliminate to get to its target.
Can Rock and your Shadow Spawn have flank?
When Rock is capable of joining the fight, absolutely.
Okay, good point.
Rolled atrociously against Rock. I think you just wriggle with laughter as its halberd hits the stone cobbles beneath you. But the backswing is a 25 to hit.
Jesus.
To hit the Fury monster.
Hit the monster. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okie dokie.
25.
Yeah. Doing it 12 slashing damage. I'm not sure if it has any resistance. Sorry. I'm not sure if it has any resistances. I have to have a look at that one.
Necrotic.
Okay, no, then this is straight up slashing damage. The second one will take 2 swings at Aisling. One is a 16 and one is a dirty 20.
Yep, both hit.
Okay. 14, 7, so that is 21 slashing damage in total.
Ew. God damn.
Eugene, it is your go.
Okay. We are going to eye snipe at 2nd level, the one in between the Shadow and Rock.
Okay.
And that is a 25 to hit.
25 will definitely hit. Sorry about our cats. They believe it's time for food. It is not. How much damage did you do?
Ooh, 10.
10.
Nice.
And then it explodes. So it has to make a dexterity save.
Awesome. How wide an area does that affect?
Just 5 feet.
5 feet. Cool. So it will hit Rock and your shadow creature.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have a dexterity saving throw from Rock?
Wait, does that mean that Rock just fails because he's?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm prone and incapacitated, so I would have failed.
Is there any way I can throw it so that it's like more towards this way, so it wouldn't hit Rock?
Not if you want to hit it. If you want to hit the ground next to it, you can do, but you wouldn't have damaged it.
Okay. No.
I'll allow that. Is that all
Sorry,
right?
Rob.
Unless you want to take it back and use something else entirely. I think
No.
Eugene's smart enough to know that. So fair enough. In which case, it will make a dexterity saving throw. 14.
The save is 15, so it takes 2d6. No, 3d6. $11 extra cold damage.
11 extra damage. You watch as this kind of burst of explosive ice kind of jets into this creature. It definitely does some damage, but not quite as much as you were expecting.
Okay. That will be my turn. How is Rock looking?
Rock is looking decidedly injured at this point in time.
I mean, I'm not dead, but
at this point, Eugene, seeing that Rock is still incapacitated and injured, and he probably didn't mean to hurt him, and I was like, oops.
What do you mean probably didn't mean to hurt him?
Definitely didn't.
Good save.
I will use benign teleportation, which, yeah, I am in range. So I can teleport as... Wait, is it an action? Sorry, let me just check.
I think it is an action, but just double check for me.
Sorry, I don't usually use the app of D&D Beyond, so I don't
You're
know
fine.
where it is.
No problem at all. Ashling, you are up next. If you go to...
it's an action, so I can't do that.
Okay, no worries. Cool.
Okay, so shadow spawn time.
Yep.
And now I have to get back to that.
Hello, handsome.
Wizards, man.
It's only going to get worse from here on in.
I know.
It's going to be so much fun. You'll have so many spells. It'll be brilliant.
Good God.
Okay.
Ashley,
so
you will not.
Gonna
Nope.
Make we're just gonna have him make an attack, I think. Can I use him to try and instead of attacking, grapple?
Of course, yeah. He's a creature he can try and grapple in. It's a strength check. It is the other one that's hexed, isn't it? So it is so it's an attack and then a contested strength for him to try and get away.
It's a strength check. I've made them disadvantage at that.
It's the other one.
Yeah, but it's the other one. Sorry.
Yeah. Damn it.
So yeah, make an attack roll.
22.
22. So in lieu of you actually do hit. In lieu of damage, however, he grapples this creature. On its turn, it will try and break the grapple. It can spend an action to try and break the grapple, or it's restrained. I think it's the easiest way to deal with that. Cool. Ice knife, but this seems to be holding it, and this thing is actually bigger. Your shadow creature is actually slightly bigger than the Miragon. So,
yeah.
Ashley.
And yeah, this is absolutely payback for the thing you said about
Aisling, my dear, what would you like to do with your turn?
I'm gonna burning hands him.
Burning hands him. Go, do it. It's a dexterity save from him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it third level.
Ooh, well, actually, only level you know.
Can you not reach both of them because isn't burning hands a cone?
Oh yeah, if I sort of pivot slightly,
you can move around. Yeah, as long as you're not leaving his
no,
area.
You don't leave it.
No, I won't leave it. If I just sort of
go there.
Yeah,
at the
so
bottom.
you're gonna move your token to where you want to be from.
Like there. We just sort of spin around
sidestep.
It's a valid use of your movement. So they both need to make a dexterity saving throw. Am I right?
Yes.
Awesome. So the Meragon rolls a dirty 20.
Ugh.
And the Cackler rolls a natural 20. But I think they still take take damage.
They take half damage on 5d6. So
And 5d6. So roll your damage. It's still a lot of damage. So
I'm using digi dice because I ain't doing maths. Oh! So half of 25. Would that be 12 or 13?
Round down, isn't it?
Round down.
Round
So
down.
12. So let me just have a check on something. Because I have a feeling that somebody has immunity.
So I hit the creepy little one, right? Not the hexed one.
Yep. So funnily enough, you'd expect a creature from the abyss to have a resistance or immunity to fire, but not this one. He disappears in a flame of ash. So describe, because we've not really seen Aisling use this sort of spell very much before. What does Aisling's burning hands look like?
I feel like it's like bright white right at my hands, like very, very bright white. You can barely see it kind of thing. And then the further out it goes, the more black it goes.
Lovely. Yeah.
So when it hits, it almost looks like smoke.
And I think to add a flavour to it, at the outer edges of it, it's kind of almost artistic, like someone's drawn the fire in like swirls.
Like little filigrees.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So this one, you hear your nemesis go, "Oh, not again," and disappears in a pile of ash, leaving nothing behind. There is a burst of laughter as he disappears, but nobody is in range to be affected by it. So,
I hate that thing!
Rock,
I hate it!
you are free from your spell.
Oh, goody!
Yay!
And this Meragon takes 12 points of damage.
Sorry about it.
And is there anything else you would like to do with your turn, Aisling?
Because it's hexed and it has taken damage, do I get to roll the hex damage as well?
Of course you do, yeah.
Yay! I think that's just 1d6. That was a 5, so an extra 5.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I will take that off as well. That's necrotic damage, isn't it, Hex?
Yes. I think so. I can never find where I'm supposed to see that.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I remember from...
I'll take your word for it.
Yep. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, necrotic damage.
Takes the full whack.
Haha, no resistance for you.
Also,
No resistance for you.
Rock, you wake up, you're slightly breathless, and you're on the floor and bleeding from several wounds that now are really starting to hurt. But you are alive and in control of your body again.
Okay, I'm going to wipe the tears of laughter away. And then I'm going to get up and look at Eugene and just give Eugene a knowing look. And then I am going to pull my rapier out and attack the one in front of me.
Absolutely fine. Which rapier are you pulling out? Because you now have 2.
I do. I will be using my my new rapier. So I shall
Is that
first.
+1?
It is.
And it's magical as well, so...
So I am going to... Yes, so I will attack the one in front of me with a 17 to hit.
17 will hit, yes.
Cool. I will
Finally!
use this to do damage. That's 7 points of piercing damage.
Awesome.
And then for my bonus action, I am going to, with a flourish, I am going to throw my sword in the air, so it looks like I'm just kind of flourishing it, and it will hover, and then it will fly straight into the creature in front of me again. And it will be a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
A 16 hits. What damage does it do? 1d8 plus 2. And it does... Oh, it does 10 points of damage. 8 plus 2.
Yes.
Yes. And the sword doesn't return to your hand, it just hovers.
No,
next
it
to you.
hovers there. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to make a token for your weapon. Bear with me 1 second. I think I might have something that will suit though.
Disgraceful.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Cool.
Amazing. That will do, I think. Let's just pop that on there for a second. Amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or
No, that's
are
it for now.
you're done? Top of the round, the cackler is no more. The Meragon will. The contractor is gone, but the contract is not incomplete. And take a strike at both the beast and Rock.
What are these creepy cherub nightmares?
14 against the Shadowspawn.
Meets his beats.
And 12 against Rock.
Nope.
Doing 10 points of slashing damage against the shadow creature.
Wait, is that the one that was restrained? Is it?
Oh,
Or
you're
did it
quite
stop
right.
being
In which case,
restrained?
I would take that whole back because it needs to make a strength check.
I forgot about that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, thank you
I
for
almost
reminding me.
forgot about that.
Contested strength check. It rolled a 22.
Oh yeah.
With disadvantage? Oh, no, the other one's got disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beats. So it is
Yeah,
free.
so,
Anyway.
yeah, but it uses his action to do so.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Yeah. That will make it the other ones go. This thing is kind of smoking from its armor, and you can see sort of like pale white flesh from some of the cloth areas that you've burnt away. And it looks at you with that. Looks at you with this kind of dead expression, and will try and hit you with its halberd twice.
I don't like these things.
No, I agree with Theo. Just no.
Misses on both occasions unless you've suddenly got an AC lower than 10.
I hope not.
Just suddenly decided to take all your armor off and things.
Ah! She goes berserker.
Okay, cool. It was a very fine round from both of them. Eugene, it is your go.
Okay. Eugene is going to move here and cast Thunderstep and take Rock with him.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, he's just gonna like sort of run up behind Rock. He's like, sorry about the ice knife thing, and also sorry about this. And then he casts Thunderstep, and the portal appears next to Eugene, and he just kind of grabs Rock by the arm and like pulls him through. And then as they leave the space, I believe that's close enough to hit them both. So
It's 15 feet, isn't it?
It's 10 feet.
Oh, 10 feet. Yeah, that's more than
Within
enough.
10 feet of the space that we left.
Cool.
So they need to make a con save, and then Rock and I will appear just over here somewhere, just a little bit away.
One makes 21, the other dirty 20.
Oh, why do these things roll so good?
Yeah.
My rolls are really in between. There's nothing in the middle today.
They
It's
still
up or
take
down.
half. They still take half damage.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's 12. So that's 9 thunder damage.
9 thunder damage. Yep. Just adjusting my scores. That's not what I wanted to do. One of them is looking very rough.
Which one?
The one that Aisling was fighting. The one that was trying to kill you actually looks very rough.
Okay.
That will be it for Eugene's turn, and then my shadow will attack the one that is in front of it.
Awesome.
15.
15 does not hit, I'm afraid. It just clangs into its armor and it pushes it off with its halberd. That will make it Aisling's turn, unless you want to move the shadow creature at all.
No.
Okie doke.
Okay, I think I'm going to try and hit the one further away from me with a blast.
Go for it.
I can't move my hex because the other one's still got hit points, so I'll just blast it.
No, you can move your hex. I think. I don't think it has to die for you to move your hex. You can just move your hex.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'll move it to the other guy just whilst I can.
Awesome. I will just kind of flip them over there because that's quicker. I know who's got whose hit points.
16 to hit?
16 will hit, yes.
Yes! Okay, good. Where's my turn? Here it is. Ooh! 12 damage on the first blast.
The first blast hits and strikes true, and this thing starts to dissolve, and you watch as the plates of armor clatter to the floor and also dissolve, leaving nothing behind.
Haha! Yes!
You can't move your hex twice in one go, but you can use your other bolt on this one close range if you want to.
Yeah, even though it'll disadvantage, I might as well.
How is the other one looking?
It's definitely taken a lot of damage. It's nowhere near as close as the other one, but it looks like it has. It's only moderately better than Rock and Aisling are looking.
Doesn't hit because it was a 7.
Okay, that's fine. But you got one of them.
Yeah.
And now it is Rock's go. You're muted, my dear.
Sorry. Rock is going to look at Eugene and say, a little warning next time. Anyway, I had a plan. Excuse me. And I'm going to move around to here.
This is the first time Rock gets to do a thing.
I know. I'm going to take a shot with my pistol at the one in front of Aisling.
Okay, cool.
Can I say something to Rock as he says that? Can I just say, maybe we shouldn't kill it? Maybe we should find out who sent it?
I think it was the thing I killed. Yeah.
I think Rock...
I think that's my bad.
Rock will probably look at Eugene and go, we'll see. And he's going to shoot at it, which is a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
So, hang on, pistol. Yes, 16 to hit. And that is 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points. Cool, thank you.
And with my bonus action, my rapier is going to fly from where it's hovering straight into that one.
Awesome. I forgot to set this up, so we'll just set you up so you can use it. There you go. You should be able to move that now.
Cool. So that moves to that one and attacks it.
Cool, lovely.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 will definitely hit.
And it is, what is it again? 1d8 plus 2.
1d8.
Which is a
Yep.
4 plus 2 is 6 points of piercing damage.
It is looking particularly rough now. It's starting to whisper things in Infernal. Top of the round, it is its go. It says in common, striking us down at this stage will not stop what will happen, and will try and hit you twice. A natural 20 and a dirty 20.
For feck's sake.
So the natural 20 is 16 points of damage. And the dirty 20 is 11 points of damage.
Okay. Ashling is on the ground. Again.
Ashling goes down. You all watch in horror as this thing lays into her with the blades on both sides, and she just falls to the cobbles. Eugene, it is your go. Rock, you are up next.
Eugene will just move around Rock slightly and cast Firebolt.
Perfect. Make an attack roll for me.
16.
Yes, 16 will hit.
That's 2d10. Uh, 12.
12 points of damage. Eugene, describe your kill.
So Eugene kind of sees Ashling go down, and then in a kind of anger to protect his friend, he just opens a portal above this thing and like just rains the biggest fireball down and just go back to where you came from.
Oh, all right, Brexit, calm down.
In a show of rare passion that Eugene's such a closed person, so you don't often see this, but this sign of like rare passion like roars at this creature as not a firebolt but a fireball lands on this creature, controlled, focused like a pillar of fire, taking it out entirely.
Yeah, just crispy ash left in the wind,
leaving nothing behind. So you are out of initiative.
Cool.
And the creatures have been removed.
Rock will rush over to Ashling immediately, and he will grab a healing potion from his inventory, from his bag, and pour it down her throat immediately.
Yep, because it's out of combat, you can get the full effects of that healing potion.
Yay!
Yay.
And where is it? There we go. So that's 10 points of healing.
Ashling, you come back to consciousness in Rock's arms. This is not the first time this has happened.
Oh no, it happened again.
Eugene rushes over at this point too. Ashling, are you okay?
Nope. Not
What?
massively.
Who was that? They appeared to know you, and what the hell is going on? Also, would you stop dying?
I'm trying. It's not normally
Clearly not
my
hard enough.
plan.
Now, what was that weird creature, the little one? Not the big one, the one with a creepy baby face. The other one, the one that laughed.
Big ones, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. But little one, so on the journey here, little one appeared on the boat and kind of broke everyone, and me and Arahim kind of had to wake up and save the day. But by saving the day, I thought I killed it and got rid of it. But apparently, that's not a thing. Apparently, that thing just keeps coming back. So I think he's got it out for me a bit because now I've killed it twice.
I don't mean to alarm you, but he said something about your box. Let me rephrase that. He said something about the little box that you carry.
Aisling, you remember the first puzzle piece you got for the box, you got off of the sailor who allegedly summoned this creature on the boat, the body of the sailor. Or you had thought at that point in time, but maybe something else was going on. Because after all, the cackler wasn't exactly in a chatty mood. Well, he was, but not in a helpful.
So yeah, so that might be something we should think about.
Charlie, you're muted.
It might be... Hang on one second. Hang on one second. I appear to have problems with Charlie's
Oh no.
microphone. Let me just add... Let's see if I can fix it easy. No, Charlie, can you do a very quick refresh for me, my dear? Sorry about that. That's perfectly timed as always. It's fine. It's one of those things that'll happen. No. Cool. We might go back to using Streamlabs. I think even though we lost a little bit of the video, we have much less technical problems on there. Charlie left the room. Hang on one second.
Oh well.
Charlie joined the room.
Charlie joined the room.
Come back,
Hello.
Charlie, come back.
Talk to me.
I can't hear any of you now.
Oh no!
No, I can hear you now. It's fine. You've come back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. I think it's just time. I think Wayne just did a
Where is
refresh
Wayne?
as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Quick sound off. Chris speaking. I can hear Charlie. I can hear Eugene. And Wayne,
Hello.
I can hear you.
Oh, goody.
I can hear all of you.
So, you were saying about the box thing.
Well, yeah, I think it has something to do with the box, but I don't know what, because the first piece I found, I'm pretty sure I found it on the body of the person who summoned creepy little guy. So
Right.
maybe I should stop finding stuff.
Well, maybe we should at least try and find a little more about what this box is, and because they were trying to, I mean, if they're trying to kill us for it, there's obviously a reason.
Yeah, I don't think I've met anyone else who's like known about it. Never mind been keen to steal bits of it.
Just to interject, Eugene, you rolled really high on your Arcana to recognize what these things were. I think in your reading about these creatures, you are aware of this isn't over. They will take time to regroup, but they will come back until this contract is either nulled or they complete it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the things with the baby faces, I'm pretty sure they, I've never seen one in real life, but I've read about them in books, and
Oh.
I think I believe they're called Maragon. And it's my understanding that, I mean, they're going to keep coming back to get.
Oh,
what-
really?
Well, at the end, he
Yeah.
did say killing them won't stop the contract. So
Yeah,
apparently,
but I thought that
Until-
was just
until
I
the
thought this was big
contract
man
is-
chat.
Until the contract is either fulfilled or for some reason like nulled, they're gonna keep coming after us.
Do you know how we like nullify it?
We'd have to find out the specifics of the contract, I'd imagine. But
God.
how we do that, we'd have to track down that little creature. Do you know anything about it? Like, do you know why it was there on the boat? Do you know
Do I
why
know
the
anything about it?
person was summoning it?
Your initial thought had been that this that sailor was well known for being off the wall and really antisocial, and you
Yeah,
had
it was a bit of a
thought-
shithead, that sailor.
Yeah, and you had thought that, I mean, you and Orihim had kind of worked out maybe between you, and it was guesswork at the time, that he had probably summoned it to do damage and take over the ship, maybe. But you probably need to, next time the Swallow's Envy is in the city, you'd probably need to have a chat to the crew to see if there's anything else they could tell you about it. Looking back on it, maybe you and Orihim got it wrong. Maybe he just had the puzzle piece.
And he didn't summon the thing?
This thing came for him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because he had part of the box.
So either of those seem to be possible.
Yeah,
Well-
so I kind of I sort of thought that the guy who had the bit of the box called or summoned the demon thing, but he seems pretty intent on me, and I've got the bit of the box now, so it might be more to do with that than being summoned.
Yeah, I guess the box is doing the summoning inadvertently.
Yeah.
We need to find more out about this contract.
Well, like
I guess.
if we find out when the ship that I was on comes back, if it comes back here anytime soon, we could like ask the crew members and see if they know anything more about the person, the dickhead. He was a nightmare, that guy, who summoned the little creepy fella. I'm
well,
really good
perhaps
with names.
if we well, whatever it's called. To be fair, I'm not really planning on sending it any cards or anything. I think if we spoke to Rebecca, maybe they could get hold of the Swallow's Envy if we tell them that it's important. I mean, I'm not terribly comfortable with the idea of there being any kind of contract on our heads.
No, I don't like the idea of them coming back either, because Billy died again.
And I have the feeling, that especially that little one is going to keep coming back because he didn't seem terribly concerned about the fact that he was about to disappear in a pile of ash.
That's the second
that's
time.
annoying.
No.
It really annoys me when things just won't die.
Wait, hold, what?
It's just
You've
rude.
had this problem before?
I mean, I did try, but she keeps getting back up. It's not, yeah.
Well, right. Well, maybe we can find out about these contracts from demons or something. Maybe there's something in the library. Maybe.
I have maybe an idea on that front.
Okay.
Does it involve jumping off a dragon?
Oh, yeah. No.
No,
Just
no,
checking.
it doesn't.
Okay.
Now, actually, you weren't here, but Rock and I, we encountered.
Was I dead again?
No, you were just kidnapped.
Oh, just the other thing that happens to me. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you remember that Farkas had I don't want to call him a servant. I can't remember what he was
Yes,
called.
his little familiar, the method.
Quasit.
Yes,
Quasit,
the
that's
Quasit.
it.
The Quasit. But
That's it.
he seemed to know quite a lot about contracts,
He did.
being under one. So I was just maybe I'm just theorizing here, but just throwing ideas out there. Maybe we could go and talk to him, and I mean, if we could find out more kind of what constitutes
a very good idea.
A contract, maybe we can figure out a way to.
That's a very, very good idea. I would never have thought.
Is this some sort of magical lawyer?
No, but he was quite friendly. I mean, I'm sure he would help us. I mean,
yes, definitely not a lawyer.
We helped him, right? So I'm sure he would return the favor. Yeah, and we know where to find him because he can't leave.
Yes, he's a small kind of magical. I mean, he looks like a demon, to be fair. But yes, he was in the service of somebody that we encountered while you were kidnapped.
Yeah, they have a shop, and so that's we can go there and speak with.
You convinced him to become an information broker.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very good idea. And if he doesn't have the information, perhaps now acting as an information broker, we could pay him to find the information for us.
Now we're flush.
Oh, well, I mean, there are things I need to get, but I mean, anyway. But yes, I'm sure we could spare a few gold. 1 or 2. Yeah. So.
Right now, you're all bloodied. Well, apart from
Eugene's fine,
but Eugene has very heavy packs to drop off. So,
oh yeah, my bags. Are they still there?
They are still there. Yeah,
I'm like, blood. I'm putting my organs back in, and you're like, oh, my suitcase.
Hey, look, I come back and I give you both some bread, and I tell you, like, hey, eat this and you'll feel better.
Is it magic bread?
Yes, literally.
What? Oh my god. Okay, I eat the bread.
Yeah. Have you told your sister what her bread does yet?
Do you have any, like, I don't know?
Yeah,
some butter or something. It's a bit dry.
It really isn't actually. It's very light delicious. And fluffy.
Yes, it is. Anyway, I'm going to eat the magic bread.
What does magic bread do?
You can both regain 2d4 hit points.
Damn, that's cool. That's some good bread.
Oh yeah.
It isn't a standard potion because she doesn't really know she's doing it most of the time.
That's amazing.
Yay, I'm back to half hit points.
I'm not.
There is a bit of a crowd gathering at the top of the alley. You kind of see one of the local tin hats push through. It's not somebody you've interacted with before. It's a half-elf man with he's probably just in his early 40s. So kind of got that point where his stubble's starting to come through.
Ashling's going to wave her badge and be like, don't worry, adventure is business. Move along.
Do you need any help at all? You look a bit beat up. Somebody came and got me. They said that you were fighting in the alley with something horrible.
Yeah, Ashling's definitely still lying on the floor, just waving her badge around.
Brock's going to just say, no, we're fine. There's nothing to see, but there is literally nothing to see here. Anyway, no, we're fine. I mean,
just
we're not
a body.
Fine, but we're. Oh yes, that one. Oops.
Was that the person? No, they've been there. They've been dead for a while.
Yeah, no, they were dead when we got here. I know that sounds weird, but they were dead.
Sorry, it's Mr. Rock, Mr. Master Appleby, and Miss Ashling, right?
Ashling, yeah.
Correct, yes.
Excellent. We've been told to offer your assistance if you need it in the city. Why don't we clean up and look around? What were you fighting? Do you know?
Yeah. Eugene, you worked out what the big guys were, weren't you?
Oh yes, Eugene can tell you because I do.
I think they were American. Are you familiar?
Completely blank. It's not the sort of thing that a guard would normally come across.
A big cop doesn't know what American is.
Well, it's not something that people normally encounter. It's not something that you encountered before today, to be fair.
Just don't be rude, Ashling. Not everybody has demonic contracts on their life.
I mean,
Yeah.
are they going to come back, or do we need to look for more of them? Or
No, I'm sure it's fine.
If they do come back, they'll probably return fairly close to our vicinity. So I
oh, this is an adventurer thing.
Yeah. Badge.
That's it. Yes, adventure.
Oh, in which case-
Rock is going to flash his badge as soon as Ashling flashes hers, and then feel slightly embarrassed that he just flashed his badge.
Just flash your chest at me, sir. He
Fine,
kind
fine.
of well.
Probably.
I'll get the scene cut off, and we'll just see if we can find out who this person was, and we'll ask. I'll ask my sergeant to send over any documents that may be useful to you. In the meantime, if there's anything you need, can we get you a stretcher? It kind of points at Ashling, who's looking a little beat up.
No, I'm sure she's fine. Stop being dramatic, Ashling. Do you have just a handkerchief or something? I just have a bit of blood.
He kind of reaches
As
in.
I pick up my intestines, you clean up your little face.
He kind of reaches in. Sure, and he pulls out a kind of bedraggled. It's clean, but it's definitely seen better days. Looking piece of cloth.
I'm definitely going to look at it for a second until he says it's clean, and then I'll be like, "Okay, thanks." And then I shall make the effort to wipe some blood off Ashling's face.
Thanks.
Guys really need to learn prestidigitation.
I have it.
I have
Yeah.
to have it.
don't you both have it?
Yeah, we have it. I just don't care, and
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Also, we're adventurers. We look like we've been through.
Presently, you look like the aftermath of a Dragon Age fight.
Serving carry realness.
Yeah. How on earth did you get that much blood out of a creature that doesn't even bleed?
That should be inside.
You would be
That's the
surprised. Right. Well, should we head back to the mansion so we can maybe have a sit down and perhaps look in the library first, and then we can head to try and find the quasi thing, the closet. That's
Nah. I'm gonna press you myself and get rid of all the crap and be like, I still want to go shopping. I'm fine. I'll have a nap later.
Eugene probably needs to drop his stuff off enough before you guys go shopping.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we can just have a cup of tea. It's fine. Also, you are still bleeding, Ashley. So let's just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
sort of put a finger on it. It'll be fine.
So you guys make your way back to the mansion, and no more events. A few people kind of like, oh, okay, give you a bit of wide berth as they kind of see you're a bit scrappy after a big fight.
Scrappy.
I think by now, but Rock is probably a bit grumpy about this whole thing, especially as there is a contract out on them from something. So anybody who looks at them funny like that, I think Rock does that whole thing of kind of going, yes.
Kind of scurries away. It doesn't take you much longer to get back to the mansion. You let yourself in, and you find that Bordis is just kind of setting a few things. Oh, are you all right? You look like you've seen a bit of a scrap, sirs.
Yeah, we sort of ran into some trouble in an alleyway. But we're fine, right? Right, you're okay, Ashling?
More
Probably
blood.
starting to feel a bit sore by now.
Yeah, I mean, she is literally just stopping bleeding, so perhaps, she could do with a little sit down.
I want to keep the blood inside my body.
I will
Bit late for
fetch
that.
some hot water, some cleaning products, and a few bandages to help you.
Savlon and a bath.
And perhaps just a small... for medicinal purposes only.
Absolutely fine, says. Please do go and take a seat in the lounge. Don't worry about bleeding on places. You know the mansion can clean itself.
That's lucky, because I got a lot on the door handle.
Also, she is cuddling in the hallway.
Also, I don't know if this is the right time, but a messenger came from the Citadel for you, and he kind of points to a very official-looking document that's folded up on the side. I thought as they were fairly insistent that I get it to you as soon as possible. Anyway,
Right.
I'll be back shortly.
Thank you.
And you have this document. Kind of don't know if one of you wants to grab it.
I'll have a look and see if there's anything on it that, apart from our names, like to tell us exactly who it's from. Or
On the outside, it just says your names, and underneath Champions of Cloud's Cairn.
oh well,
And has the symbol of has the city symbol and wax sealing it.
Oh, it's all official, and I mean, they're referring to us as such. Anyway, should I open it?
Yeah. Let's get into the lounge and sit down. I think Ashley
yes.
needs to sit.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm going to show this to you in Roll20, but you don't all have to see it right now. It is going to be part of your documents. Wayne, if you want to, you can read it out to the party.
Sure. I've got to make it bigger.
So also
To Master Eugene Appleby, Miss Ashling, and Mr. Rock, the recognized champions of Cloud's Cairn, it is my greatest pleasure to invite you to a social ball at the Citadel on the 15th of Sunshall officially welcome our new friends from the recently named Isle of Paskik to the Scattered Lands, and for your official recognition of your contributions to the safety of Cloud's Cairn and its citizens. Please note formal attire is requested, RSVP to my office or via your guild. Alder Scrimshaw, Head of Affairs for the Mayor's Office. And underneath, Rebecca has scribbled, I am not sure if this is your sort of thing, but Sothis and I would be very grateful if you could attend to provide some moral support for the people of Parshkik/Vesherin.
Oh.
Well, it's about time there was some kind of event that we could attend that is sort of, fitting for our new station, I think.
I've never dressed up. Oh, it sounds fun.
What do you mean you've never dressed up?
I've never done a formal.
Oh my, really? I mean, right.
Eugene,
what? What do you mean you've never done? Your family are always having
tiny island. Yeah, we have parties, but it's not like fancy.
Oh,
it's more like in a barn with like tables and like dancing. Not like fancy dancing, like.
But we're not livestock. Right. Look, we'll just rest up and stop bleeding because we're not trying on clothes while you're bleeding. So just we'll just rest up a little bit, and then we'll have to figure out what would be appropriate. We'll figure it out. We'll have to go and find something suitable, and Aisling will need. I don't know if there's anywhere that caters for hooves, but I'm sure we can find somewhere. Right. Okay. So we'll need to think about that and colour scheme as well, I suppose. Oh, I need to check what time. Anyway, I'm sure we'll be fine. Yes. Fabulous. Good.
I think both of you can make an insight check on Rock at this point.
16.
Okay.
19.
I think it's writ large in the way that Rock is behaving that this is something that he is not only familiar with, that he's done before, but genuinely excites him at his core. This is a man who knows how to move through high society.
I think Aisling's going to lean in a bit, and Aisling's going to be like, "Are you secretly a rich kid?"
What are you whispering about?
Are you secretly a Richie?
A what?
A Richie, a rich kid.
Well, I told you I'm a bard. I'm an adventurer.
No, but like you seem to know an awful lot about how.
Well, I have attended a number of balls. I mean, it's done in adventuring circles if you go to the right places, and you must mix with the right people. I mean, it's not every day, but when you're champions of Cloud's Cairn, I think it's only appropriate for us to be invited to official. Anyway, never mind that.
That's a very long way to say yes.
What this? I have been to many of these functions, yes, but we need to think about what you're wearing first of all. Think about your colours. And
Can I think about keeping the blood in my body first?
Yes, fine, okay.
Okay. I think I'm gonna waltz off at this point and be like, "Time to keep the blood in." Just go and
As
fix
Aisling
myself.
as Aisling leaves, I think Eugene's gonna sort of turn to Rock and it's like, Rock, I don't know how to dance. We have to dance.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but I would imagine we would be expected to take part if it's a ball. That's kind of part of what they do at these balls. But it's really not such a big thing. I will make sure that
Can
you
you
are.
teach
Of
me?
course, honestly, it will be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. We'll make sure you're fine. You will be the belle of the ball, for lack of a better term. Anyway, ignore what I just said. But we'll make sure you can dance.
Belle of the ball is a gender-neutral term.
Yeah, you mean I won't be Belle of the Ball?
Well, no, you will be, but I mean, you don't have to be like the center of attention unless you want to be. But because sometimes I don't. Anyway.
I don't want to be the center of attention, but I also don't want to fall on my face and.
I mean, that would make you the center of attention as well. So yes, we don't want that to happen.
I love Rock's pep talk.
But yes, we'll make sure that you are comfortable with the basics of the dances and stuff. I mean, you don't, and also it's just to do the thing. It's just so that people can see you've made the effort, and then you can sit down.
Well, I mean, I would like to dance.
Well, we'll make a plan. I mean, I'm not entirely sure with Aisling and the hooves and things how that's going to go, but we'll all be fine. I think when we've got plenty of space to practice, we can. Well, you could just pop up a ballroom here, I suppose. Yes, I'm sure we'll be fine.
And dance partners as well.
Oh yes, Aisling can dance with her frog. Anyway, just before we carry on talking about the dancing. Should we be a little concerned about the fact that Aisling's sort of seemingly benign music box thing, it turns out to be something the demons have put a contract on us for?
Yes. And I was concerned about this. I feared that this would happen because someone put that, whoever this person is, this demon is, this alabaster, someone put him in there, rightly or wrongly. I mean, I guess we don't really know, but if someone put him in there, that suggests that they don't want him to get out again, and Aisling is helping him. So,
I mean, if they've gone to the effort of scattering pieces of this box far and wide, it appears that would imply that he either has some very powerful enemies who don't want him out because he's a good person, or he has powerful enemies who put him in there and don't want him out because he's dangerous. Either way, there are some very powerful players here. And to quote the kids, this seems to have escalated rather quickly from a kind of puzzle box to, oh, look, demonic contracts on our heads. Not entirely sure where we go from here with this, but I think your closet idea was a good start. And then perhaps the library.
Yeah, I think the more information we can find out both about Alabaster and about contracts. I mean, I don't really know that much about contracts with demons, except that you can't really break them, and they'll keep going until it's done. But yeah, I guess that's where we like the more knowledge about something we have, the better, right?
Well, absolutely. I could do without having to worry about the ball and the contract. I mean,
welcome to life as an adventurer.
Well, I think let's focus on the ball first because that's kind of imminent, and then we'll worry about the deadly contract later. Right. Well, I think we should get some rest before we mess up more of the furniture, and we won't be able to practice dancing until we've all healed anyway. So, yes, I think we should rest.
So I think you guys can all take a long rest, and I think that is
Oh,
a
thank God.
perfect time to wrap for today's episode. I am sorry that you did not manage to get to the magic shop, but it is still there. So
Oh, we shall be shopping.
next
Oh,
episode.
now Aisling wants to shop for magic stuff and clothes. Next episode's going to be a bitch for everyone
Oh,
watching.
the proper changing room montage
Yeah,
of me walking out being like, eh? And you guys being, oh.
like every good 80s movie.
So
Yes.
So you need to remember any clothes that you make inside the mansion cannot leave the mansion. So you
That's
need
good,
to.
because the first thing she's going to make is jogging bottoms with Juicy on the bum. So it's probably lucky that she can't leave with them on.
Oh my God. Rock is dying of embarrassment, even inside the mansion.
So I feel like Rock is going to take the lead on helping these two dress. So not to put too much pressure on Wayne, I know he's very busy, but have a think and put in some requests to Wayne about the sorts of things that like Eugene and Aisling would like. And then maybe if Wayne has the time, we can come up with some outfits for the pair of them. And
Yeah, totally.
Rock.
And if I have the time, I'm totally up for doing some drawings of these outfits.
Amazing.
If you have the time. Yeah, that's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, we'll definitely sort something out.
So we have what we do is we're probably going to move towards the ball episode. If we don't get to the ball next episode, it's not the problem, but if we can, we will. It was almost my original plan to have it next episode. But if we have, because we still got, you want to investigate the magic shop, and you want to look into some clothes and start looking into
threads.
alabaster.
And we have to teach Eugene to dance.
So those are a lot of things to kind of get through. So I'll make a note of the things that you want to achieve, and we can look at those and we'll see where we get to. It is about a month away from that date at the moment. You are in Moon's Bow at the moment, which comes before Sunshall.
Okay, so we do have some time. Cool.
Named after the brother and the sister, of course, the twin gods. The 12 months are named after the 12 major gods in this world.
Love it.
Cool.
So that was our episode. We will be back with preparations for a ball, an investigation into a fiendish encounter, and find out whether or not Eugene has 2 left feet.
He most definitely does. I don't know why you're leaving that in such suspense.
No, I was going to say, if we're putting money on things, I think I know where I'm betting, but we'll be fine.
Just to sort of wrap up before that, we are here next week, but the week after we are going to be dark. We're going to have a much needed rest. A couple of our players are busy with other events or away, so rather than trying to kind of fit around it, we decided it would be best for just us to kind of take advantage of that and recoup, and I'll do some additional writing and things that weekend as well. So giving you advance notice there. But we will be back next week at the same time, and also this coming Tuesday for a next episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which Wayne will tell you more about in a minute. My name is Chris, and I have been your DM. I'm going to pass you over to my players in turn, who can tell you what they are up to, where you can find them, and I will start with... I'll start with Wayne. I think that's fair.
Cool, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and please do give us a follow on socials. We would appreciate it. And also tell anyone that you think may like us to please give us a follow on Twitch, because I think we're at 99 followers.
When I last looked, it was 99, yeah.
But anyway, thank you very much for hanging with us tonight. Yes, please remember, Tuesday is Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We will be starting at 6:30 p.m. GMT. As we carry on our adventures in the Feywild with Asta, Mona, and Neragwin, as they search out the Hourglass Coven and find out what's happened to Zybilna. So please join us again. It is much hilarity and chaos It is definitely not a D&D stream to be taken seriously. But we have a lot of fun with it, so please join us on Tuesday. Otherwise, I am Wayne Fick. I can be found on the interwebs and socials at WayneFick01 on most places. And thank you very much.
Wonderful. Theo, would you like to go next?
Yeah, thank you everyone as usual for watching and joining us. And thanks, Chris, for another awesome session. It's great fun. You can find me on the internet at theoblueillustration.com. There's links to all my social media on there. And you can find me in real life if you wish. I do sometimes exist. You can find me. No, I'm fading out of existence as we speak. But you can find me in real life if you are in Birmingham at the NEC the weekend of the 26th and 27th, I believe. Yes, 26th and 27th of this month. I will be at the NEC for MegaCon, so I will have a table there selling all my stuff. So if you're there, come say hi.
Awesome.
I think we got all that. That was cool. Thank you so much for that, Theo. I think you kind of clipped out a little bit, but we got all of it there anyway. It's not your problem. It's not your fault. It's just the internet. Cool. Charlie, take it away.
Yeah, same. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for listening. Hi, Mum. Love you, Mum.
Thank you, Mum.
Thank you, Chris, for today. It was so much fun and great, and I love these sessions where we just get to the role play the stupid, wonderful characters that we have. Yeah, you can find my stuff at charlievince.com. I think it's under my name right now, so my website should be under there. Yeah, and that's where all my socials live, and my shop, and my portfolio, and I subscribe to my newsletter as well because I just sent out my newsletter the other day and it had a load of free stuff. Thanks. Had a load of free stuff and nice things and interesting things. So yeah, that's me. I'm not going to be anywhere in real life because I'm non-corporeal.
Yeah. So. I do not exist.
No.
Charlie is actually her own patron.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All introverts are.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much. I am Chris Mepham. You can find me on the internet at Chris Mepham RPG on Twitter or at Chris Mepham Art on Instagram. I have some commission slots open for anybody who is interested in some character art at the moment. I still have a couple of slots open. You can find it on Twitter and Instagram. Have a look and see if that's the sort of thing, and just drop me a direct message on either of those.
Chris did all the character art for Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Yeah. Come by on Tuesday and see what I did. I was really happy with how they turned out, and I had some.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So
they're so good.
Shout out to our friends, and Wayne, if you can stick social stuff in the chat.
Yeah.
Our friends from Wicked Game were here, giving us some support and some shout out. We love them to pieces. Their new school-based
oh my god, it's so good
story kicked off last Wednesday. Very exciting. Our level of chaos, we loved it. I think there are a couple of characters that Aisling would totally it was just amazing. Also, our friends from Dice and a Slice are continuing to put out the wonderful crossover they did with Wicked Game, with some amazing, fantastic piratical themes. And they're doing some amazing stuff as well. So please go and check them out. They're lovely people. They make this so much fun, like creating community together in this space, and we love them to pieces. Puppy included. was that Lola?
No, she's not done anything.
Oh, fair enough. I think that is it. Is there anything anybody thinks I've missed?
No, I think that's it.
Cool. In which case, we will see you lovely people on Tuesday. Have an amazing week ahead. Please take care of each other. It's really rough out there at the moment, so just be nice, be kind, roll some dice, and tell some stories together. We love you.
Love you, everyone.
Bye.
See you soon.